What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Now, I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we'll check on all the chats. So let me know how you guys are doing today, and then, of course, we will get things started. First, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the website, right now is the time to do it. Go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. That way you can watch the days live. You can post in Hooligans Alley, and you can hang out with all the hooligans in the group chats. Plus, you'll be able to join us Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern time for our voice chats, which is a lot of fun. So definitely go get you a membership for jeffmaclive.com. We're going to be starting off with a video titled, Sheriffs Give Update After Georgia High School Shooter Incident. This is a weird situation because I can't figure out anything about this. All I know is that there was a shooter. And there's 2 dead and 4 injured or something. I don't know. It seems like they don't want to provide any information. I don't know how many shooters there were. I don't know what they were using. I don't know what color they were. I don't know if they were trans or not. I don't know if the victims were kids or not. I don't know fucking anything. It's really weird how they're delivering information about this. Then we got a video titled, Starlink now says it's complying with the order blocking X in Brazil, which is really interesting. Apparently Starlink is soft, but either way, that's a follow-up on what's going on, the feud between Brazil and Elon Musk. Then we got a video titled, Amazon Alexa gives shockingly different answers about Trump and Harris. I remember this going on back in 2020. I don't know why people are so shocked right now. I actually asked my Google units these questions, and Google just says it doesn't understand. It doesn't understand what I'm asking it. Then we got a video titled, RFK Jr., the DNC that tried to keep me off the ballot, is now suing to keep me on. And that title is pretty self-explanatory. They were trying to silence Bobby, and now that he's teamed up with Trump, they're trying to force his name on the ballots. As far as I know, his name's on the ballot here in Michigan, and they were trying to remove his name from all battleground states, but his name's remaining on the ballot here in Michigan from what I've been seeing. Then we got a video titled, KJP pressed on why Biden is harder on Netanyahu than Hamas. It's pretty much a Peter Doocy versus KJP, little back and forth banter moment. Then we got a video titled, Unacceptable for Kamala Harris to duck the media, Caroline Levitt says, talking about how Trump is preparing for next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is the presidential debate. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be covering it on jeffmaclive.com, Rumble, Kick, and Twitter, I believe. All those places we will be live. And then we got a video titled, Kari Lake, Democrats have the power to push false stories, talking about what it would be like if the debate was on X instead of these legacy platforms like MSNBC, CNN, places like that. And then I just realized I didn't even get a funny video of the day. So I will try to do that. I'm having a terrible fucking day. If you could hear my voice, it's because I was screaming while doing paperwork for my apartment that I had provided for them 90 fucking days ago. But they didn't realize until today that I needed to turn in a paper. And so as I was sitting here screaming fuck at my computer screens over and over again, I blew my vocal cords out. So that's really great. I'm also having one of those days where you click one thing and then 10 things fall apart. So that's super awesome. Anyways, I will try to find a funny video of the day while we are doing this, but right now we're going to hop in the chats and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Josh D? What's up, Alistair? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Russell? What's up, Tom Tom? What's up, Breeze by You? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Matt? What's up, Annette? What's up, Zero? What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. What is up, everyone over on Rumble? Russell, you were first today. And I appreciate you racing to the chat, Russell, and being omnipresent. You're awesome. What's up, Breeze by You? You're omnipresent. You are awesome as well. What's up, Base Lady? Happy freedom. What's up, Cody? What's up, Free Thinker Texan? What's up, Rappy? What's up, Mr. Binu? What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Pumpkin? Appreciate you being here. Let me see. Scrolling through. Oh, and they didn't call me until I told you guys we were getting ready to go live. That was the thing. I was getting ready to hit the go live button, and then the apartment people called me. And so, shit fucking sucks today. I'll tell you that. What's up, Spicy? What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom. What's up, Dan the Man? Happy freedom to you. Let me see here. What's up, Mr. Bede New? If I didn't get you already, happy freedom. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sawdog? What's up, Disco? What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy Freedom. What's up, Kevin? Appreciate you being here. What's up, All Rise? What's up, Spotted Crow? Happy Freedom. What's up, Lifelike? Trying to get to the end here. Don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble. What's up, True Crazy? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Matthew? I think I got everybody. What's up, Zupia? And what is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Late to Work? Happy Freedom. What's up, MurderCom? Late to Work. Thank you so much for gifting a sub over on Kick. You're a badass. Thank you. What is your name? Oh, I will read that paragraph a little later. I ain't doing it right now. What's up, Zeus Boot? Happy Freedom. What is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? What's up, Matt? Happy Freedom. And what's up, everyone over on the communism platform? What's up, Gio? What's up, Tammy? What's up, T. Lawden? Matt, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Sawdog, you are omnipresent as well. What's up, Sly Dog? You are omnipresent as well. What's up, Tammy? Happy Freedom to you. Make sure I got everybody. What's up, Lucy Ball? What's up, Eric? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to go ahead and get into things. What's up, Cassandra? Happy Freedom to you. I think we got everybody. Hopefully my voice gets better because this feels like dog shit trying to talk right now. It's like my vocal cords are made of sandpaper. Anyways, we're going to get into this first video here. It's titled Sheriffs Give Update, if that's what you want to call this bullshit, after Georgia high school shooter incident. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys we have these Trump Fight t-shirts. Comes in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, zipper hoodies, pullover hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, and I even made dog tags today. I got on the original Hooligan t-shirt. This is the very first merch shirt I bought when I first started live streaming. This shirt is 4 years old and still kicking ass, so you should definitely go check out all the merch we got on the merch store. I'll drop the link in the chat while we're watching this first video.
My name is Sheriff Judd Smith. I'm the Sheriff of Bexar County Sheriff's Office. We're standing on the campus of Appalachia High School here at Bexar County Schools. First and foremost, I want to lift up our community. I want to give our sympathies to our community, our school system, our kids, our parents that had to witness this today. Obviously, what you see behind us is an evil thing today. At about 9:30 this morning, we received the first call that there was an active shooter in on this campus. We're not releasing any information as far as injuries, but we have multiple injuries. This is a very, very fluid investigation. It's very early. And I have asked the assistance of the GBI and the agencies here behind me today, and there are multiple agencies that responded this morning to help us and help the sheriff's office. We do have a suspect in custody, and we are asking for your patience as the media to please let us get the facts that we need to make sure we get this right. Again, I've asked the GBI to help us, the sheriff's office, to help us along with this. I know this is not what you want to hear, but I'm not going to answer questions after this is over with. But I wanted to give you the respect and our community respect to let them know what was going on initially. We're in the process of reunifying our students with their parents. Obviously that's chaotic, but we want to be respectful of them and their privacy as well. I want to thank the state, the federal agencies, the local agencies that showed up today, as you can see, the multiple EMS and fire from other agencies that responded today. Again, I ask that you lift up Bexar County Schools, lift up Appalachia, lift up our agencies. This is going to take multiple days for us to get answers as to what happened and why this happened. But I wanted to give you a statement. It is our hope, in conjunction with these people behind us, that we can give you another statement around 4 o'clock, because I know you have to go back on the air. That is my hope. But I wanted to be fluid with you all, understanding that it's fluid as well with this investigation. I appreciate you being patient with us. Again, it's very active and is ever developing. Every minute it's developing on what we're finding. So we're going to have releases from other schools. Again, we ask that you be patient with us. Please be patient with us. and hopefully I can give you more information or more better information, as you will, if you will, this afternoon. Thank you all for coming out here. We'll be back shortly, okay?
Okay. Man, that Diablo sauce, that really did something. That really did something. My voice feels 50% back now. Anyways, it was a whole bunch of nothing. They might as well have had Hyena Harris go over there and do that little update. A lot of talking, nothing said. Who's the shooter? What color is he? Where'd he come from? Is he here legally? Did he cut his wiener off? What gun did he have? How did he get it? How many shots were fired compared to people that were injured and killed? How did they detain him? How did they approach him? Was he injured? Is it a he? Questions, but no fucking answers. It must not be that serious. Must not be that serious. You're not telling us anything about it. Must not be that big of a deal. Otherwise, you'd inform us what the fuck happened. Oh well. That's all I can say is, oh well. You didn't tell me anything about it. Something suspicious about this. Normally when there's an active shooter situation, you hear a lot of details. Feel bad for the families, right? But that's not what it was about. It was, well, it's really chaotic here and we're just dealing with a lot of shit. Yeah, well, so is everybody at McDonald's too. But, is that how this is supposed to feel? Because it feels like you didn't give us any fucking information. That video was 6 minutes old when I put it on the schedule. I was like, I don't even know what happened. Everybody's talking about a shooter situation, but nobody seems to know what happened. And what's really crazy is I wonder how long school's been in session in that area. Like here in West Michigan, school just went back this week. And I doubt it was like that there. We seem to go to school later than everybody, and we also get out later than everybody. But they can't have been in school that damn long, and there's already an active shooter situation. Why? Oh yeah, they didn't tell us why. That's weird. That's nice and weird. Either way. Next up, we got Starlink now says it's complying with order blocking X in Brazil, which I think is very interesting because Starlink provides internet. X is the website that you would use internet to go to, and well, they'll take one and not the other. It's really interesting. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about this school shooting situation, because it seems like you know more about it than I do. So I'm eager to figure out what's what. Breeze by You, they do this all the time, never give actual information. I guess they'll be trying to make some shit up. That's what it sounds like, Breeze by You. Normally if they come out and they do a lot of talking but there's no answers provided, it's because they're still trying to figure out their story. They're still trying to figure out what to tell the news to say to tell everybody else. How can they spin this to be a MAGA supporting white supreme pizza that went in there and did this shit for, racism reasons and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Mr. Beans and Beans, I'm willing to bet anything was an illegal freeloader. It could be. It could be. Snooks, they have the suspect in custody. Interesting. See, if they got him in custody, then why is there no information? Nothing. The unknown shooter. The unknown shooter. I don't know. If there was somebody shooting at the schools here, I'd want to know who the fuck it was. Zero, time to arm the teachers. Yeah. Yeah, we need to ban gun-free zones. That's the dumbest shit ever. It might as well say, there's no freedom here. There's no American values in this area. We need to get rid of gun-free zones. Those are victim zones. That's what those are. Those are victim zones. Mr. Beans, none of this shit would happen if they would tighten up security around each school across the country. Yeah. Yep. But like I said, if we banned gun-free zones and teachers were allowed to conceal carry, and I can't remember what state it was, Tennessee I think it was, they're allowing teachers to conceal carry. They have to go through proper training. They also have to get approval from the local police department in order to conceal carry, but once they get through that, they can, and now the school's a safer place. And what's really weird is when people argue against it. Those are some of the weirdest conversations I've ever read through. When you see people commenting on posts online, you'll have a post where somebody says, we need to arm teachers and whatnot, and people will show up in the comments and they'll start saying, oh yeah, teachers want to shoot their kids and blah blah. What the fuck? What do you mean? How many of these situations you want to happen? The teachers were armed, somebody comes in with a gun, teacher smokes the guy with the gun. Yay. I don't understand why people have a problem with that. The problem is the threat. not defending yourself from the threat, which is so stupid. These soft and stupid people in these high leadership positions, they're the reason we have to debate this stupid shit. Russell, they've already started KJP and Biden. Yeah, I saw the press briefing was going today. But we already got a full schedule. And I didn't realize I would have all these great things happening to cause me to be late. Later than usual. Reading through. What's up, Kevin? Happy Freedom. Lifelike, so there might be deaths. I'm really heartbroken over this. Yeah, I think they said there was 2 dead and 4 injured, but I'm hearing all kinds of different numbers now. So I don't even know. Lifelike, my sister is an officer, and sometimes they give no info. If there are deaths involved, they have to talk to each family first. Well, yeah, but I still want to know who's shooting. You know, like, I understand not knowing who the victims are and stuff like that because they have to figure out when they want the details to be released. But when it comes to a threat, like if there was a fox, or yeah, if there was a wolf in the hen house or whatever, a fox in the hen house, you wouldn't want me to say, yeah, we have a situation at the hen house, suspect in custody, possible casualties. Like, you'd want to be like, no, who the fuck's the fox? Like, why are we protecting the identity of the fox? It doesn't make sense. They want to show up to hurt people. They should have their face on blast. Their whole family should be on blast. Put the whole family tree up there. Be like, yes, this tree produced this little asshole who went and did bad things at a school. You know? I don't know. Soft people. That's all. It always comes back to soft and stupid people. You should put those fuckers on blast. Anybody that wants to hurt other people should be just put out on blast. Put it on the front page. I mean, why is the threat to us a secret? It doesn't make sense to me. Free Thicket Texan, keep outside doors locked during school hours. Yeah, that's how schools are here. You can't get into the building. You have to buzz. You have to hit the buzzer and a teacher will greet you at the door. All rise, 4 dead, 9 injured. Yup, it's no good. Disco, it could be anything. Would this happen to be in a gang area? Yeah, it could be. Could be gang violence. It's hard to, I mean, it could be anything. They're not providing any information. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy Freedom. Pumpkin, I wonder if this school a high school or K through 12? It's a high school. Pumpkin. Freedom Liberty, 4 dead, 9 injured. Too old to care. They think it's glorifying them. I believe it's public shaming. Oh, I see what you mean. See, I could see the instance of that if it was like Jeffrey Dahmer. Somebody has been preying on people for months or something. You know, then you're glorifying them because this person's whole identity is being a monster, right? So then you put them on TV and it's like you're glorifying them. I could see that in a certain situation, but in an active shooter situation, it just seems like you'd want to know, you know? I don't know. I don't know. You guys hear me talk about the Epstein Island document stuff. I don't care about people's feelings. I just don't. I do when you're not doing anything wrong. But if you're out here hurting people, raping, killing, kidnapping, stealing, cheating, lying, you doing all that, fuck your feelings. You don't care about nobody else's feelings. You don't care about how you're affecting other people. Why should we care about how that person's being affected, right? They're the predator. They're the monster. Put them on blast. Put their first, last name, age, weight, screenshots from all the way around. Like I said, put their whole family tree up there. Because if you put people on blast like this, they wouldn't act like that. If you put the whole family on blast like that, they wouldn't raise kids like that. If you held people accountable, they wouldn't make these actions, you know? And so we need to toughen up. I'm tired of being soft. I'm tired of covering soft-ass news and stuff, you know? What's up, DeMarquise? Happy Freedom. What's up, Cashflow? Appreciate you being here. Cashflow, they never provide any information. This is a gun grab tactic. That's what it's sounding like. Like I said, it's like, where have they been in school? A week? And now we got an active shooter situation already? That's pretty suspicious. What's up, Biking Cat? What's up, Shauna Vision? Happy Freedom. What color is the suspect's hair? I mean, anything, Biking Cat. You know, anything. I would take any details. What's up, Kylo? Happy Freedom. Oh, I fucked. Oh, well. Yeah, it's a typo, Kylo. Thank you for letting me know. I'll get it fixed at some point. Breeze by you, I agree. Fuck their feelings if they're doing bad shit. Yeah, I don't know. You know, they have no problem coming and interfering with your life. They don't consider what you got going on when they're preying on you, you know? So I don't understand protecting them. It doesn't make any sense. I've been to jail. I've done bad things. I was held accountable, and I would totally understand if people would have put my face all over the news and be like, hey, this motherfucker's just knocking everybody out. I deserve that, you know? When I was getting in trouble and I was being punished, I didn't bitch about it because I signed up for it. And I see these criminals out here crying and shit. They're in court and they're crying because they're getting sentenced. I'm like, what'd you think was going to happen? What'd you think was going to happen? I used to be a piece of shit too, but at least I was smart about it. These people are just dummies. Like, they're criminals by accident. They're just too damn stupid. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get into this next one. This is Starlink now says it's complying with the order blocking X in Brazil. I can't even, it's really funny. The more I think about it, the funnier it is, because they're providing access to Brazil, but Brazil doesn't want to use X. So it's, I don't know, it's a funny thing that's going on here. Let's go ahead and get this started.
Elon Musk's satellite broadband company Starlink appears to have backtracked, saying on Tuesday that it is complying with an order by the Supreme Court of Brazil to block access to social media platform X in that country. The court ruled that X allowed the spread of hate messages and falsehoods about Brazil's electronic voting system that undermined the country's democracy. Just a day earlier, Starlink had informed the country's telecom regulator it would not obey the order. The regulator told Reuters that Starlink reversed course on Tuesday and confirmed that the provider has already started to cut access in Brazil to X, which is also owned by Musk. Starlink emerged as a fresh battleground between Brazil and the billionaire entrepreneur after a top court judge ordered the freeze of the company's accounts for possible use to pay fines owned by X, which prevents it from conducting financial transactions in Brazil. In a post on X, Starlink hit at the, quote, gross illegality of that order and said it had initiated legal proceedings in the Brazilian Supreme Court. But a court document showed on Tuesday that Starlink had missed the deadline to present a new appeal against the freeze order. It was not immediately clear what legal instrument the firm would use to request the overturn of the freezing.
Well, Starlink complying with censorship. That's something. I think it's really interesting how Elon talks about free speech and all of that. And then X is being banned in Brazil. He's like, you guys don't want us there, then we ain't going to be there. Because we stand for free speech and we're not complying with your bullshit and whatever. We're not going to jump through hoops for you. We'll just exit out. But if you guys want internet, we'll go ahead and provide internet to you. I don't know. I guess. I feel like if Elon was really for free speech, he'd be like, fuck you guys. And he would pull Starlink from Brazil. He'd be like, fine, you don't want X, you don't get Starlink. You don't get anything from us. We're not going to do any business with you. And let them feel the consequences of censorship. But instead, Elon wants that money. And so he's like, well, all right, I guess they'll censor us, but we'll go ahead and keep providing internet to them. I don't know. That's grifting to me. That's what grifting looks like to me. Either way, I'm sitting here trying to figure out our funny videos of the day because I jumped the gun. Too much stuff happening early on in the day. Either way, I got one picked out. We'll get it figured out. Anyways, next up we have Amazon Alexa giving shockingly different answers about Trump and Harris. I saw you guys talking about this yesterday, so I figured I would add it to the schedule. Now, they're claiming that they've fixed this error, so I guess it doesn't happen anymore. I don't have Alexa, so I don't know. But I did go talk to Google and do the same thing to Google. Google just says that it doesn't understand. I'm like, hey, Google, why should I vote for Trump? And it's like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. And it doesn't say anything. I say the same thing about Harris, same thing. It will not answer. Now, maybe there's a way I can trick it, and I was thinking about it, testing that out later today. But what's happening with Amazon supposedly is fixed. If you guys have Amazon, you can try this. You'll know what I'm talking about after the video. But either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Starlink being okay in Brazil, even though X isn't. Zero, another error. Yeah. All this censorship it's always just an error. Breeze by you, they block the reach of certain posts on X still, and it's BS. Yeah, I've noticed that the algorithm changes are really big on X. When they happen on Facebook or Instagram or any of these other platforms, it's not as noticeable, but on X, it's very noticeable. Sometimes I'll post on X, I'll write a whole paragraph out about something that I feel strongly about, and it'll get 2 likes. It'll get to 20 views. But then I won't say shit for 2 or 3 days. I'll repost things, but I just don't have anything to say, because if I don't have nothing nice to say, I try to say nothing. And then all of a sudden I'll post 2 words, and it'll get 17 likes and 1,000 views and all this. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I guess the algorithm's in my favor on Thursdays. You know, like it's really weird how X gets manipulated. I think it's a little back and forth. I think there's a tug of war happening on X in the code. I think there's people that are altering the code, like Twitter workers, that are altering the code to make things more modern, the way, like the pathway that X is going now. And I think there's older employees, like older staff, that's sneaking in bits of code or clicking on buttons and stuff to silence certain conservatives in the background. So I feel like there's this tug of war happening in the code of X, because it seems like every day is different. Some days are pro-conservative, and other days it seems anti-conservative. Some days you'll see accounts doing big numbers, and other days you'll be seeing everyone posting screenshots of some conservative that just got suspended or banned for dumb reasons or even no reasons. And so it's weird how the back and forth goes on X. Breeze by you, I don't fully trust Elon about the whole free speech stuff. People still get in trouble on X. Yeah. Well, and he brought in a WEF person to run X. Like, that's pretty questionable on its own. And he attends the galas and all that stuff too, where all the elite are and all the bad people. You know what I mean? He pretends like he's on our side and he's for free speech, but I think he's just grifting us. I think he's a part of the elite. All of his profit comes from the government. It all comes from government grants. And so he pretty much works for the government indirectly, because his money comes from there. He hangs out with those people. The only time he comes to check on us is when he's telling us that he's selling free speech, you know? So I don't know. I don't trust him. He's a neat person, but I don't trust him. 10 man, because you are a few who hold themselves responsible for their actions. Yeah, 10 man. Well, I just want the world to be a better place. And I fully see treating others the way you want to be treated. And so I try to walk like that. I feel like I can't even undo it. I just naturally treat people the way I want to be treated, and if I fuck up, it's my fault. It's my fault. I don't ever try and blame anybody. I'm actually really bad about that. I'll take other people's problems and make it my fault too. Like, I'm real bad about that. I want to help people out and stuff, and so when things aren't going right, I make it all my fault, and I don't try to be dramatic about it. I just put that weight on my shoulders and try to work it out and fix all these problems, even if I got to work 18 hours in a day. And then I'm surrounded by a lot of people who are finger pointers. I'm having a bad day and it's your fault. You know, people like that. I'm like, nah. Get off of that. Get off of that. All of our problems are our fault to a certain degree. And Ed, I wasn't afraid of the police. I was afraid of my dad. That's what most people were living with for a long time. Wait until your dad gets home. Wait till your dad hears about this, and you'd be sitting on the couch like, oh man, dad's gonna beat me to death. Well, then they took all the dads out of the houses. They found ways to divide families so mom and dad don't live in the same house. And when that happens, and I'm a child of that, I've never seen my parents together. The only time I've seen my mom and dad together was when we were in court for custody, and they were fighting custody over me when I was 12. Because up until 12, I was being raised by my great-grandparents because neither of my parents wanted me. So I am very much a child of dysfunctional family, if that wasn't obvious. But when you grow up in a household that has a single parent, neither parent wants to be the bad guy. Neither parent wants to crack the whip. Neither parent wants to hold you accountable for your actions. So you go to mom's house and they're babying you, and you go to dad's house and they're babying you, and really you're a shithead that's just playing the game. Next thing you know, you're an adult, you're scamming welfare, you're robbing, stealing, lying, cheating, selling drugs, stealing people's shit and selling it because no one ever held you accountable. You grew up playing the system between your two parents. The government knows that. That's why they have divided everything. We're so divisive over everything. And I mean, they've even told women that being a mother and being a wife is oppression. That's oppression from man. And a lot of them believe it. So, I mean, they're destroying what do they call it? The nuclear family or whatever. They've pretty much destroyed it. It's not like they're destroying it. It's pretty much off the table at this point. And with that being said, who's going to discipline the kids? Nobody. And they grow up to be shitheads like Antifa. Next thing you know, the cops are shooting them. Or other criminals are killing them. And then mom's coming out, oh, he was such a sweet boy. Well, you should have raised him right. He'd still be alive today. I feel like RFK Jr. here trying to talk with my raspy voice. Breezes by you. We're living in the Twilight Zone. Feels like it. Snooks, have I ever told you work too much? Nah. There's work to be done. There's work to be done. I'd rather have too much work than not enough work. Really. I don't like being idle. I like to continue moving. And do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Absolutely, Annette. Absolutely. What's up, Hito? Or Hito? What's up, 420? Let's go like that. Appreciate you being here. They nuked the nuclear family. You're right. You are right. And it's really crazy to be where I'm sitting today saying the things that I'm saying. Because when I was a kid, I hated family stuff. I mean, I hated it. I wrecked it for everybody. We'd go to Easter, and I'd be the shithead sitting there all having a bad time, making sure everybody has a bad time. I was a miserable little fucking kid. I was, and I had reasons, but either way, it doesn't matter. And to now sit here as an adult and see all the differences and how things are going and how things were, even though I was an ignorant child at the time, I wish we could get back to that. I miss Christmas having the family over, getting together, celebrating, watching Christmas shows, not thinking of the politics, not thinking about, are these kids on the screen being abused off set and stuff like that, and now everything is so divided and dry. There's no passion anymore. People do not celebrate each other anymore, and it sucks. And I never thought I would say that. I never thought I would say that. When I was a kid, I was like, we should get rid of traditions. We should get rid of holidays. They're stupid and they cost money. And most of the shit that it's for, we don't even, either we don't know what the holiday's for, or we have reasons to not like it. We shouldn't do any of this shit. But now as an adult sitting here watching everybody hate each other for dumbass reasons, I'm like, you know what? I was wrong when I was a kid. We need families. We need each other. We need to support each other. We need to celebrate each other. If you have a strong family and you encourage everybody in town to have a strong family, you now have a strong community. If you have a strong community, the government, the trans people, border crossers, they can't do anything to you. You're a complete unit. You function together like a well-oiled machine. And it's obvious when you say it out loud, but in the moment, we're all looking for reasons to be divided, and it's fucking everything up. And then we wonder why our kids are the way they are. Can't read, write, do math, but they're focused on cutting their wiener off. They know more about politics than they know how to, deal with money. It doesn't make any sense. It's not supposed to be this way, but it's because we're all straggling on our own instead of being united and walking as one. That's the issue. True crazy. We are family here. We are. It's a PAG. Happy freedom. Yeah, fuck Brazil and their censorship. What's up, C1? Happy freedom to you. When Elon makes a what? A bidet? Hold on. This must be a typo. Proving he's one of us. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, C1. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom. Guess who? A lot of Amazon AI is not done in the US. It's done in Slovakia. Damn, they got AI in Slovakia? What's up, Spank? Happy freedom. Randy, were you a latchkey kid? I don't know what that is. I don't think so. I don't know what that is. I don't think so. What's up, Status Quo? Happy freedom. What's up, Sam? Appreciate you being here. Randy, is it a coincidence that all of this is happening during an election season? Nope. That's why they're trying to make sure they get their story straight for this active shooter situation. So that way it benefits the election. God, the world is so messed up. The world is so messed up. Mr. Beansy Beans, maybe Elon is working both sides of the aisle. Yeah, well, I definitely think he is, Mr. Beansy Beans. I think he's on his side. What's up, Wad? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to get down to this next one. This is Amazon Alexa gives shockingly different answers about Trump and Harris. Like I said, I did test this on Google. Did not get the same results. They did this in 2020, though. It was the same exact way in 2020. You would ask about Biden, and they'd tell you how great he was. You'd ask about Trump, and they'd tell you he was a terrible person. It was very much the same way. But people are shocked because the people's attention span is only 2 years. I've got it dialed into about 2 years. Normal people only remember shit for 2 years. I didn't realize it until I started seeing people donate to Antifa live streamers saying, God bless you, and you're such a patriot. That's when I realized. I was like, holy fuck. You guys don't remember these same people burning down Portland? Now you're saying, God bless you, you're such a patriot? Are you fucking kidding me right now? And so I have it dialed to about 2 years. People got 2 years attention span. So like I said, this happened in 2020, but people are outraged by it right now. Once again, this is Amazon Alexa giving shockingly different answers about Trump and Harris. Don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
Amazon is insisting that Alexa does not have any political opinions after this error went viral. Watch.
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
I cannot provide content that promotes a specific political party or a specific candidate.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, the most significant may be that she is a woman of color who has overcome numerous obstacles to become a leader in her field. Additionally, her experience as a prosecutor and her record of accomplishment in the areas of criminal justice and immigration reform make her a compelling candidate.
So an Amazon spokesperson telling Fox News Digital, quote, this was an error that was quickly fixed. Senior advisor for former President Trump, Jason Miller, posted on X this, quote, error, just like big tech censorship of the Hunter Biden laptop story was an error. Jason always has a good sense of humor.
Yup. I'm not surprised by that at all. Not at all. Amazon is very much for censorship and things like that. Amazon obviously controls Alexa, but they also control servers that handle like 70% of the internet. So websites that you go to, you have like a 3 in 4 chance that that website is being hosted by an Amazon server where they have strict community guidelines, or at least that's what I've been told. One of the weird kind of highlights of that situation is Twitch and Kick both are on Amazon servers. Twitch claims that they have to censor users and have crazy strict community guidelines, which they're not that strict compared to YouTube, but their community guidelines are based off the Amazon servers. That's why they do that. But Kick doesn't have censorship, and they're on the same server. So somebody's fucking lying, and that's not new around here. But anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick, see what your hooligans think about the Amazon thing and whether or not you guys have tried this yourself. Now, as you heard in the video, they claim it was an error. It's always an error that seems to only attack conservatives. The errors only support lefties. It's always that way, and it's weird how that happens. Supposedly, they got it fixed. I don't have an Amazon unit, like I said, so I haven't been able to test this myself. I am going to test the Google thing a little bit later. I asked it the same questions that I heard from that video, as I already stated. Google just says something along the lines of, like, I don't understand what you're asking me, basically. And it doesn't matter if I ask for Harris or Biden or anything. I should ask other people, like, how you feel about RFK Jr.? But Either way, I'll test it later, and if anything funny happens, I will definitely record it and show it on tomorrow's live. What is today? Is it Wednesday today? It is Wednesday. For a moment there, I thought it was Friday. Staying awake all the time is starting to hurt me. Anyways, let me see what we got next here. RFK Jr., as if you weren't tired of hearing my raspy voice, we're going to level it up. RFK Jr. saying the DNC has tried to keep me off the ballot. Now they're suing to keep me on. As I mentioned earlier, they're trying to keep him on the ballot here in Michigan, and as far as I know, he's going to be on the ballot. Now, when he made the announcement that he was endorsing President Trump, he was kind of mentioning that he's trying to pull his name off the ballots in battleground states. Everywhere else, you'll be able to vote for RFK Jr., but in the battleground states, he was trying to take his name off the ballot. Well, Michigan has stated they're not doing that. They're not going to take his name off the ballot because it's corrupt here. What else can you say about it? It's corrupt. Either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat. And before we do, I want to remind you guys really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord and on jeffmaclive.com. One or the other. Don't post them in both. I always fuck that up when I say that. My bad. Don't post it in both. Either way, just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. We're going to read through really quick, and we got RFK Jr. coming up next. Snooks, what day you say it was? It was Wednesday. It's a Wednesday today. Breeze Bay, there's so much election interference going on everywhere. Yeah, and no one gets held accountable for it. I think it's so crazy that it's blatant, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Election interference is a huge deal. This shit should be like across the news. We got the owners of Amazon in custody right now. Like, it should be a huge deal taken very seriously, and it's not. It's just a joke. They act like it's an opinion, just like propaganda. That's an opinion. It's not an opinion. Lying to people and manipulating people, especially when it comes to the election, is wrong. That's not an opinion. It's just wrong. It's wrongdoing, you know? Yeah, Breeze by you, it's huge. Matt got all the talking points. Yep, they provided the script right to Amazon. That's quite the glitch. It's quite the glitch there. Zero, latchkey kid was in the 80s just means that you came home to an empty house because parents were working. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was a latchkey kid. Mr. Beans, tomorrow Trump speaks in Economic Club of New York. Yeah, Mr. Beans, I got it on the schedule. I think we got Trump on Saturday also. Coming up. Things change though. Those schedules change all the time, so I try not to worry about it too much until we're right up on it. But yeah, if President Trump's gonna be live tomorrow, we'll definitely be covering it. Holy hair juicer, what you got going on over there? Oh, there was a drive-by. Damn, that's crazy, hair juicer. Glad you're safe. What's up, Alistair? Happy freedom. Haito, I mean, how many news outlets repeated the joy thing over and over? All of them. All of them. Too old to care. It's so messed up that Kennedy had to fight to get on the ballot. Now he has to fight to get off the ballot. Yeah, too old. And that's basically what this next video is about, is how crazy that is. They put so much effort in there to silence RFK Jr. from the general public and to censor him and to call him names and give people reasons to not listen to him or scroll past him when they see him online. And now that he's teamed up with President Trump, now they're putting his name all over the place, because if they take it down, it's just Trump and the hyena. They want more competition. They want to take votes away from President Trump, even if it doesn't go in favor of Hyena Harris. And so that's what they're fighting on. DCAT, here in Michigan, Kennedy is not going to take himself off the ballot because he wants to hurt Camilla. I thought it was the other way around. I thought he wanted his name off the battleground states because he wants those voters to vote for Trump. Rip Curl, using Michigan logic, Camilla shouldn't be on the ballot, and Joe Biden should be on the ballot as well. Yeah, well, they should have Joe Biden on the ballot because they filed the paperwork for his name to be on the ballot, and then they did the little sleight of hand there in the government, and we're like, no, we're not going to run Biden anymore. We're going to run Harris now. Well, you already sent out the paperwork. I don't even know how they got Harris's name on the ballots, because they were saying in, I think it was Ohio, that Old Man Walter had turned in the paperwork too late, and technically he shouldn't be allowed on the ballot. And that's way before Harris even thought about running. And so they were saying that they were going to look the other way and let Biden get on the ballot, even though by technicality he missed the deadline. So how the fuck did they get Hyena Harris on any ballots? Because that's way beyond the deadline. Lying, cheating, stealing, that's how they did it. Trigger Crazy, my city's trying to take our water away from us. Holy Trigger Crazy. These tyrannical people out here. They're going to push people too far, and then they're going to be all crying and shit. Everybody's going to be mad and not listening at the same time, and then they're going to have real problems. Late to work. My line of work always stalls around election years. Interesting. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever worked anywhere where it was dramatically affected by election years. I've always worked at restaurants or factories and stuff. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom. Smelly, what makes me sick is Democrats are already using the school shooting to push bullshit gun laws and gun bans. Yeah, Smelly. Well, and I figured that's the whole reason why they even did it. Gio, I don't think this was true. What is this? I always think it's crazy when people are trying to say stuff's not true. It's like you're sitting here watching it with me. Like we're watching the same shit together. Like, I don't know. Hold on. I'm trying to do like 6 things at once. Trying to get our funny video of the day wrote down here. There we go. So our first funny video of the day is titled Spider-Man's Enemies Are Gayer Than I Remember. It's coming up. It's coming up. Anyways. Hair Juice, you crack me up. We're going to get into this next video here. This is RFK Jr. talking about how they tried so hard to keep him off the ballot. Now they're trying so hard to keep him on the ballot. Let's go ahead and get into this. And don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
Former independent presidential candidate, now member of the Trump transition team, with us. Mr. Kennedy, good to have you with us. I just want to get your reaction, because you were listening to this as well, to the exchange about Netanyahu and how, you heard Karine Jean-Pierre say over and over how very clear President Biden has been about Hamas and that they are the enemy in this situation. What was your reaction to that? Do you agree that President Biden has been forceful enough on that issue?
Well, I know the position of the Israeli government and the IDF is that they've been restrained in some of their responses, and particularly recently in Rafah. So, but I don't know what's going on in the negotiations in Egypt right now. I don't know what the role that Qatar is playing or the type of pressure that we're putting on Qatar, which has been one of the major funders of Hamas terrorism.
Yeah, obviously we all witnessed what happened over the weekend and the tragic loss of an American citizen, and some people seem to feel that his reaction to that could have been a lot stronger. It was a paper statement for the most part. Let me ask you about this, though, sir. With regard to the election that is now 9 weeks away, I believe, you are You've taken yourself off the ballot since you became a supporter of former President Trump. You're off the ballot in Georgia, which you weren't on, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, but you're still on the ballot in Michigan, Wisconsin, and North Carolina. It's possible when you look at the polls that you still being on those ballots could have a meaningful impact on the outcome of this election. What do you say about that?
I mean, we're trying to get off the ballots in all the states, and I'm getting a bad echo while I've talked to you.
Sorry, we'll try to get rid of that. Sorry about that.
But we're trying to get off the ballot in all the states where I might be a spoiler and cause harm to President Trump. The irony right now is that the DNC, which has been trying to keep me off the ballot, is now suing to keep me on the ballot.
Yes, that is ironic.
In many of the states that were.
Do you see that as manipulative on their part in terms of what they want the outcome to be?
I can't hear you because of the echo.
I'm sorry about that.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm just. Do you think that's manipulative on the part of these states to keep you on the ballot?
Well, I think the DNC is doing something that is essentially and fundamentally undemocratic. I mean, when I grew up in a Democratic Party that was the party of Robert Kennedy, of John Kennedy, that was trying to make sure that every American had the right to vote for whoever they wanted to vote for. There's been 1 million Americans who've signed petitions asking to put me on the ballot. We've complied with every signature requirement. And the Democratic Party doesn't seem to have the kind of confidence in its nominees to actually go out and amplify their voices, and instead is using lawfare to keep opposing candidates like me and Jill Stein and
Sir, I'm going to have to jump in, and I do
ballot.
apologize for the audio problem and for the late start with you, and I hope you'll join us again because there's a lot I wanted to talk to you about, but I'm up against the end of the hour here, sir. Thank you for your patience today.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Not even running anymore. They're still screwing over
Click here
Bobby.
to subscribe.
You can't even get a decent interview. They're late for the interview. The audio is all fucked up. His voice is his voice. They always give him the short end of the stick. I got luck like he's got luck, and I feel bad for that guy. Holy. Yeah, well, like I said, I thought that he was trying to remove his name from the battleground states, and that's what they were talking about there. Now, I doubt Michigan is going to comply because Michigan is corrupt. Our elected officials here are super corrupt. The people are okay, I mean, in most places, but it's the leaders. The leaders here in Michigan, they're trash. They are trash. And I don't know why we can't vote anybody in, but look at how voting goes. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious at this point. Next up, let me see where we are here. Next up, we got KJP versus Peter Doocy. It's titled KJP Pressed on Why Biden is Harder on Netanyahu Than Hamas. They also talk about Hyena Harris's accent, too. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat. See what you hooligans think about RFK Jr. in places like Michigan and Wisconsin forcing his name on the ballot because they don't want all those votes going to Trump. 10-man Dem Party went radical 50 years ago. Has it been that long? See, I don't know anything about politics. I didn't until like a year ago, so I have no idea when this stuff began. I know it's corrupt, though, 100%. 10-man, I just read another school shooting happened. Oh, another shooting happened, not a school shooting, but a shooting. I wonder if they're trying to do gun ban talks. I wonder if that's what's going on. I wonder if they're going to start rallying and whatnot. Because Hyena Harris doesn't have anything to campaign on. Maybe they're trying to find something to campaign on. Like they're causing these headlines so the next time she goes out there and talks to people, or maybe she's doing it right now because I think she's supposed to have a rally or something today. But then she can go out there and go, look at what's happening. We're going to stop this. And now it looks all, out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden she's got policies. So we'll see how it goes. We know how these dusty Democrats are. Breeze by you, they cheat so openly, makes me so mad. seems like someone should be held accountable. I mean, you know, and we need somebody to do that. I don't know how we got police officers and marshals and a whole justice system. Nobody's held accountable. Just everybody looks the other way. Mr. Beans, I watched a video yesterday on YouTube, and honestly, I don't know if this is concrete truth of what I heard in the video. Apparently, from what I gather, hold on. In 2011, Kamala Harris was involved in a hit and run in San Francisco, California, while being United States Attorney General to a young lady who ended up paralyzed in the wheelchair. Mr. Beans, I think I saw something on that too, but I wasn't able to verify if it was true or not. But I did see that. I saw something about it. I don't think it told the whole story like that. But I did hear that she was involved in a hit and run, but I didn't know that it paralyzed a person or anything like that. That's terrible. Zero, framing the fall narrative, guns bad, never mind the borders being open. Yeah. Venezuela gangs running around with rifles and shit in apartment complexes, but guns are bad. Guns are bad. Tony Rez, they can remove Biden but not RFK Jr. from the ballots? So it sounds like Tony Rez. Where were 2 shootings in Georgia? I'm not sure where the second one took place. Sure, crazy gun bans and police. Brutality is going to be the news. Yep. That's what they want. SEPA. If they can cheat Biden into the most popular president, why not Hannah Harris too? Just look at the polls. Because I think they only have so much of a threshold. If they surpass a certain number, like we got so many red votes, so many blue votes, and there's like 300,000 more votes than people in the country, I think it'll be too eye-opening. I think that's what President Trump means when he says too big to rig, is they only got so much they can put their finger on the scale. If they do it too much, it'll be obvious that it's a stolen election. Now, I don't know what will happen after that. Look at all the lack of accountability that we have, you know? So they could just come out and be like, yeah, Trump won, but we're going to make Harris the president. What's everybody going to do about it? I feel like people might do nothing. So I don't know. I don't know what's really stopping that, but I know that we have to do our part. We have to do what we're supposed to do. That way, if shit goes left, we have a reason to be mad. You know, you can't sit on your hands and wait for a bad day to come and then walk around all mad. You have to be trying, right? Doing what you're supposed to do. And when you get that short end of the stick, you get to be mad about it because you did what you were supposed to do. So that's why I'm trying to focus on. I know everybody's worried about the machines and the lying news and the manipulation from Google and YouTube and all the other bullshit. We got to focus on what we're supposed to do. And if they don't do right by us afterwards, we could talk about that then. But dwelling on bad stuff is not going to lead you to happiness. It's just not. And no matter how the election goes or anything like that, we only got so much time on this earth. And while we're here, the goal is to be happy. I know everybody walks around like they don't know the point of life. The point of life is to be fucking happy because everything else happens automatically. Being happy doesn't happen automatically. That's what we need to strive for and preparing for our future. So voting November 5th for the Orange Eagle is all we need to really focus on and encourage other people to vote. Now, if shit goes left, we'll talk about it when it goes left. Otherwise, we shouldn't dwell on it. We acknowledge that it's a real threat, but, you know, let's not dwell on it because it ain't going to take us anywhere bright and shiny. Wayward shooting where? I'm not sure yet. 420 what accent? The fake one she puts on, let's see, depending on where she's like older politics. Wait a minute. Yes, 420. That's what I'm talking about. Peter Ducey and them, they're going into it. And when Hannah Harris was here in Detroit last week, I think it was, or maybe it was Monday. I don't know. It was sometime in the last 7 days. She was in Detroit and she was trying to talk, I don't know what you want to call it. She was trying to talk ghetto, I guess, but she was messing it up and started sounding Southern. People in Detroit, they don't be talking like that. She was stretching her words out and doing the little dolphin, the E thing. She's doing something. I don't know. It's too much. I'll tell you that. Sure crazy. That's what they did with Walter. Where is old man Walter? Actually, Did I grab the videos? I don't think I grabbed the videos. We might do a little improv here. Well, the whole show's improv, but we may add in. I got a couple videos from Twitter that shows old man Walter, because we haven't seen him in a while, or at least I haven't seen him in a while. He's not looking good. He's not looking good. We might just pull that up after the Peter Doocy versus KJP. Smelly. Harris already talked at the rally like 2 hours ago. Then Fox aired it, and I switched the channels. Yeah, Smelly, I wouldn't want to deal with Hyena Harris. That's why we don't cover her rallies. I don't want to hear that. Geo, the Alexa thing, I don't believe it. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you that it's absolutely the truth. I don't have an Alexa unit. I would have tested it myself, but I didn't have the opportunity to do it. And from what they said in the video, they're fixing the Amazon thing. So if you guys have an Amazon unit, you can go ahead and try this real quick. Type in the chat if it works. Does Alexa favor Harris over President Trump? But like the video said, they were already working on it. I assume it's already been changed, but that's the only way we'll know for sure is if someone actually tests it in the chat. What's up, Dirt Bike Freedom? Happy freedom to you. Randy, didn't you used to have dreads? I started watching you in 2020 riot streams. This one just popped up randomly. Lad, you came across again. Keep it up. Well, I appreciate you, Randy. Yeah, my dreads are over there in the back. I still have them. They're not on my head anymore. And it's really interesting because YouTube was just silencing me. And so we've been away, but this whole week I've noticed a lot of people coming back over on YouTube and stuff saying that they're seeing my notifications. So they must have removed the target from my back or something because I was staying away for so long that now people are starting to get notifications on YouTube. I'm still demonetized, so watching on YouTube does not benefit the live in any kind of fashion. But we're here and we're doing the thing, and I appreciate you, Randy. Sure, crazy. I'd test it, but I don't want to plug my Alexa in. Something that me and a hooligan used to talk about all the time is what if those devices are also battery packs? So when you plug them in, you're charging it, but you don't know it. You think you're just using the unit. And when you unplug it because maybe you want to say some shit you don't want the government listening to, what if it's battery powered? What if it just doesn't function on the outside, but the microphones still work because you're charging that battery while you got it plugged in? So when you unplug it thinking you're doing some sneaky shit, really it's sitting there listening to you, and you just think that it's unplugged. Like you just think it's off because the lights ain't doing the thing. You never know. You never know. Sure, Chris, Jeff had dreads. Was he Antifa? That's what they wondered. That's what they wondered. So we're going to get into this next video. This is KJP versus Peter Doocy. It's titled KJP pressed on why Biden is harder on Netanyahu than he is on Hamas. And I'll grab these Biden videos from Twitter really quick. Let's get into this.
Thank you, Kareem. In the president's public comments, why is he harder on Benjamin Netanyahu than he is on the terrorist leader of Hamas?
The president has been very, very clear about Hamas leaders and what they have done. He was very clear on October 7th. He has been very clear multiple times thereafter on what Hamas has done. And they have, it is a heinous murder of what they did recently. And what they did on October 7th, and what they, more than 1,200 souls were taken, and then hostages were taken. That's why we're trying to get this deal done, to get people home to their families, including American hostages. And we're continuing to be very, very clear about that. He was asked a question, he answered it directly, but Hamas is responsible. They have more American blood on their hands. The president was clear about that in his statement, and he has been over almost a year now, has been very clear about that, and will continue to be so.
A different topic. Since when does the vice president have what sounds like a southern accent?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
I mean, this is...
She was talking about unions in Detroit using one tone of voice.
Is this something that
same
you think...
line.
Okay, Peter.
That she used the same line in Pittsburgh, and it sounded like she at least had some kind of a southern drawl.
Do you hear the question that you're... do you think Americans seriously think that this is an important question? They care... You know what they care about? They care about the economy. They care about lowering costs. They care about health care. That's what Americans care about.
So
that's what they want to hear.
This is something...
They care about, your colleague just asked me about, what basically we talked about, went back and forth about democracy and freedom. That's what they care about. I'm not even going to entertain some question about the president. It's just, hearing it sounds so ridiculous.
Well, but hearing it is...
The question, I'm talking about the questions, is just insane.
Is that how she talks in meetings?
I'm just, Peter, we're moving on.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to...
See, KJP didn't want to talk about it because she does the same shit. She does the same exact shit. She wants to walk around being all uptight and try to be all politically correct and all this stuff. But then you see her do these videos. You see these clips come out online where she's trying to like talk black or talk ghetto or whatever they say, you know, how it's labeled. It's slang. That's what I'm trying to say, slang. So try and talk with slang, try to be dancing and doing things that they think is for the culture or whatever. She's not like that. She's not real. You know, she's not. She's fake as shit. So when she goes out there, AOC, great example, right? She tries to be all politically correct, but then whenever somebody kicks her squirrel cage, all of a sudden she's like, baby girl, like, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're not tough. You weigh 60 pounds. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Shut the fuck up. Somebody slapped you in the face, you'd be done. You'd be toast. So like, calm her the fuck down with all that squawking. You know, but that's why KJP don't want to answer it, because it felt like a personal attack on her. Because they all do that shit. They are fake as shit. And they come around us and they try to project onto us and stuff to try and get us to relate. We don't relate to them. We're not above the law like they are. We don't live in big ass mansions like they do. We don't get to commit treason and then just go to McDonald's afterwards like nothing's going to happen to us. That's what they get to do. We don't get to do that shit. We don't relate to them and they don't understand that. So they're out there being fake. So I'm not surprised that KJP didn't answer that question. She's one of them. She's one of them. Have her go to Detroit. She'd probably be doing the same shit, talking with a southern drawl because she don't understand what slang sounds like in Detroit. Being ignorant. That's what they're doing. They're being ignorant. And I'm glad Peter Ducey called them out, but that's why she didn't want to answer that question. She didn't want to talk about that. We're going to do a little deep dive on Twitter here because I had a whole bunch of content bookmarked on Twitter that I like totally forgot about and just didn't show it. So on top of that, I found more information about the shooter situation. So we're just going to, like I said, we're doing a deep dive on Twitter. So let's start with this. Raw's alert is saying that the individual is a 14-year-old male. The person that was doing the shooting. He's a 14-year-old. They don't know whether or not he attends the school that he did the shooting at. Then we got another one right here, same topic, saying over 30 people have been injured in the school shooting. Okay, I just gave everyone COVID. So, anyways, I'm just kidding. Calm down, YouTube. Suck a dick. So, like I said, 30 people injured in the school shooting in Georgia. So, that's our details that were not provided to us during the first video. Okay, so that's our little update on the school shooting situation. Now we got scenes of old man Walter here. You can see him stagger around. We're gonna actually play these videos together. It's a minute 30, but either way, let's go ahead and get this set up. They're quick. The whole point of these videos is just to see how shitty the old man Walter is doing right now. There's no real extra point to it than that. So let's start with this one. Old man Walter coming into his fake little room with his fake little desk with his fake little presidential surroundings he's got on here. It reminds me of the COVID days where he'd go up there and they'd do the little jab thing and everybody'd applause. That's what it reminds me of. So anyways, let's get into this.
Folks,
why does his face look like that?
we're ready.
All right, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2.
On the right side, you can see it's a stage, like a movie set stage. And why it's like his forehead's bigger. I don't know. So we're gonna play this other video here. It's a little bit more, I believe.
God protect our troops.
President Biden.
His face looks lumpy.
President Biden. Thank you so much for coming. We're coming this way. We're coming this way. We're moving this way, guys. We gotta go out. We gotta get out of here. Emily, we're moving that way. We gotta go.
Now the back of his skull, it's all spotted.
President Biden, do you support free IVF for parents? This way, guys. Thanks so much. We gotta go. Thank you.
That's a Trump policy they were just saying.
Free IVF for parents. Do you support that proposal, President Biden?
Is old man Walter gaining weight?
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. President, will high grocery prices affect the election, sir?
You notice he's not very tan for somebody that just spent 2 weeks at the beach. Remember when he came back from COVID days? Remember, he was... Only God could get him out of the race. And then he got COVID. And then he came back on Monday. He was tall, slender, and tan. And handed the torch over to Hyena Harris. Now he's a frumpy old man again. He's all pale and shit. But he just got done being at the beach for a week or two. How come he didn't come back all tall, lengthy, string bean tan man? Like... What happened? He was looking like the Slender Man when he came back. I don't know. That's pretty suspicious. I think it's pretty suspicious. Can't trust these guys. I'm trying to think if there was anything else on Twitter that I want to show you guys. I think that might have been it. Either way, let's back on the schedule here. Next up, we have unacceptable for Kamala Harris to duck the media. Talking about... The point of the video is Trump preparing for the debate on next Tuesday. We're not going to play the part that has to deal with Hyena Harris. We don't need more Harris than we have to endure. Either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat. See what you hooligans think about old man Walter and our new details on the shooting and all that stuff. What's up, guess I'm happy freedom. Mr. Beans, you mean old man fuckhead? Yeah, he is. Zero can noise and AI Biden. I want to say Peter Ducey yelled something at the end there. I remember hearing it the first time I listened to the video, but I wasn't paying enough attention at the end of the video there. But they were bringing up, I don't know what they called it, IDF or something. They were like, do you support free IDF to parents? And that was the stuff that President Trump was just talking about, that he would be providing that to parents to help with having babies and all that stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know that it has something to do with having kids. And President Trump was going off about how we need to make more babies and we need America to be a better place to raise kids in. And that's when he made that proposal that it would be free to people trying to be parents or whatever to help them have kids. Again, I don't know exactly what it is. But that's what that reporter was shouting at old man Walter. Now, obviously, he didn't answer any questions. But it's interesting to see these reporters like, hey, since we can't talk about Harris's policies, we're going to ask you about Trump's. And, of course, he didn't answer anything. But either way. 10-man fucker's full nuts. Yeah, you can see it in his eyes. He's gone. He's gone. He don't even know where he is. Guess, what is he signing? A check to the Ukraine? Most likely. Most likely. Breeze by you, Walter looks confused. Yeah. Guess someone looks like a kindergartner desk. It does. His little desk on his little stage with his fake walls and his fake applause. It's so stupid. So stupid. Like, do you think the reporters were the ones clapping? Doubt it. Here, Juicer, the office looks like a High School Musical set. It does. I thought we were about to watch a sitcom. Old Man Walter is about to be the main character. Breeze by you, Old Man Walter's not looking very good. I don't think so either. He looks like he needs to go lay down somewhere. Zero IVF. Vitro? I wish I could read. In vitro fertilization. I'm probably saying that wrong, but thank you, Zero. IVF. Yes. Breeze by You, they're also fake. And I don't understand how they're getting people to be in support of them. Why does people support fake shit? Like, who does that? The whole time I was growing up, I never really came across people who enjoyed being around fake people. I always hear people bitching loudly about it, about how much they hate being around fake people. We got people saying they're voting for fake people right now, and I don't know how we got here. In vitro. Oh, thank you, Gesam. Tom, there was a poll on YouTube for Trump versus Camilla, and out of 196,000 votes, 98% was Trumpus. I believe it, Tom. I think they did the same thing on X, but people pretty much undermined it by saying that X is a right-wing platform. So, of course, Trump would have bigger numbers. Now, on YouTube, where that is absolutely not a right-wing platform, I think those numbers stand a little taller. Breeze by You is much easier just to be real. Yeah. Mr. Beansy Beans. Maybe they're giving this new clone a try. Nudge, nudge, honk, honk. Yeah, Mr. Beansy Beans. It could be. It could be. Old Man Walter's only got to be around for a little bit longer. I really wonder what the future is going to look like. Look at how many times Obama comes back to the White House. He's at the White House all the damn time. Bill Clinton, he comes around a lot. I haven't seen George Bush in a long time, but I just wonder, like, in 5 years, are we going to still see Old Man Walter come into the White House like we do Obama and shit? I don't think so. I bet you in the next 6 months they'll say something happened. And really happened a year or two, 4 years ago, God only knows. But that's what I expect. I expect as soon as he's out of the spotlight, they're going to say something happened. He's not with us anymore. I'm calling it now. What's up, Miss Jamie? Happy Freedom. Miss Jamie, the adults gave him a big boy desk. I was laughing so hard. Yeah, that's his big boy desk. You're right. Astral Hammer, it's okay, Jeff. Everyone knows hooligans can't read. You guys can read. I read like shit, though. And I'm not blaming the dyslexia or any of that shit. I just read like shit. That's all there is to it. Disco the Crypt Keeper. Yep. True, Chris. He just shit himself. He did. That's why he had that big smile when he sat down. Zupia, one thing's for sure. His pants are lumpy. You're not wrong. You can smell it from here. Smell it right through the video. Pumpkin, tell him he's a piece of crap. Don't let him forget it. Mm-hmm. Betsy sits at the world's smallest desk, live from the set of Blue's Clues. Yeah, for real. That is what that looked like. He's like, we just got a letter. It's like, yeah. Send that check to the Ukraine. Alistair. Walter in the miniature. What is this miniature replica? He doesn't even know where he is right now. No. He thought he was back at school. He was about to put his hand in the air. He had a question. That boy had a question. There wasn't anybody there to call on him, though. Alistair, the desk was because just putting a chair on stage would be suspect. Walter can only stand for 10 minutes at a time. That could be what it is. Maybe he can't even stand for 10 minutes anymore. Maybe it's so bad he just can't do it. He needs a podium to lean on or something. Or maybe he can't even do that anymore. Who knows? It's not good, though. It's a Spicy Peach. Happy Freedom. Kirk Allen, he fell climbing the coconut tree. I guess. That's why he's all lumpy. What's up, Brian? Happy Freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy Freedom to you. Damn, we ain't got any likes on the CommieTube. I go live over here out of just the goodness of my heart. Oh, we got some likes over here. Damn, you got to refresh the whole page to see it. Miss Jamie, Obama is the only president to stay in D.C. after the presidency. Interesting, Miss Jamie. It's because he's got, it's probably hard to run the country from outside of D.C. And old man Walter, well, he just can't do it himself. Brain. Do the thing. Do the thing, brain. Next up, we have, let me see. Yes. This video is titled Unacceptable for Hyena Harris to Duck the Media, but the part of the video we're watching is Trump preparing for the debate on next Tuesday. Now, before we get into this video, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and you're using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble Hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. And get this video pulled up here. It's about President Trump preparing for the debate. The debate is happening on Tuesday, I believe it is. And we will be covering it live. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, and I believe Twitter. I can't remember how it went last time. I just remember Rumble had some issues with a DDoS attack. Hopefully that doesn't happen this round, but we will be covering the debate live, so look forward to it. Here we are once again. This is President Trump preparing for the debate. The title says something that's not relevant, so just know that's what this video is about. Don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble, and let's get this rolling.
We are just 6 days away from the presidential debate, the one and only presidential debate on the schedule right now. It happens in Philadelphia next Tuesday night. Former President Donald Trump is well into preparation with help from former Democrat Tulsi Gabbard, who debated Vice President Kamala Harris back in 2020 and made her look really bad. In fact, she dropped out of the race a month after that debate. Either way, next Tuesday could be make or break for both campaigns. For more, I want to welcome back in Trump 2024 National Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Caroline, great to have you back on this morning. I know Kamala is going to be in your home state, New Hampshire, today, and I want to talk about that. But first, take me through how debate prep is going for the former president. What's he doing?
President Trump is ready for the debate next week, and we very much look forward to the opportunity for him to contrast his strength and record of success with Kamala Harris' weakness and record of failures. Now, President Trump, as has been reported, doesn't need traditional debate prep, Rob. He doesn't do the stand-in actor to pose as his opponent. He understands the issues that matter to voters, and his prep comes every single day on the on the campaign trail when he takes questions directly from voters, engages in town hall style events, and sits down for media interviews, even with hostile interviewers. He doesn't care because he has a command of the issues. He understands where this country is and what we need to do to solve the problems that Kamala Harris has created. Unlike Kamala Harris, by the way, who hasn't done a solo sit-down interview since becoming the Democrat nominee. It is day 45 of her not holding a press conference, not doing an interview by herself. That's unacceptable. And her team, by the way, wanted to bring in notes to the debate. You can't bring in notes for a negotiation with Vladimir Putin. You shouldn't be able to bring them into a debate stage.
Yeah, it's a good point. I'm wondering if you feel that the Trump campaign has done enough to define Kamala Harris in the minds of undecideds and independents over the last 45 days, and what the plan is over the next 60 days to make sure that people who aren't sure who they're going to vote for yet, when they think of Kamala Harris, they think weak, failed, dangerously liberal, things like that. What's the plan over the next 2 months?
Well, weak, failed, and dangerously liberal are the words that our campaign has been chanting now for the last 45 days, and we will continue every single minute of the next 60 days to ensure that every voter understands that's who Kamala Harris is. She is a radical liberal from San Francisco who has supported some of the most dangerous policies to ever come out of the United States Senate. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking, which will bring up the cost of living in this country. Kamala Harris has been weak on crime her entire career, allowing violent criminals to to run free. She wants to eliminate cash bail. Look at what she's done as border czar of this country, allowing an open border invasion of more than 11 million illegal people. And Kamala is traveling to New Hampshire today to tout a new plan to help small businesses. Why hasn't Kamala Harris helped small businesses in the last 4 years? In fact, small business optimism, according to the Small Business Administration, is at a record low, and it has been for the last 31 months with Kamala Harris as vice president. If she really wanted to help the middle class and the American people, she could do it today as vice president of the United States. Nothing will change if she's reelected. It will only continue to get worse as she continues to support radically liberal policies that will turn America into a communist hellhole once and for all.
Yeah, and we've got Governor Sununu standing by to talk about why Kamala is in deep blue New Hampshire today. Nikki Haley got millions of votes during the primaries. Where do her voters go on Election Day?
To President Trump, no doubt about it, because those voters understand that this election is a fight between freedom and communism. This election is a fight between unleashing the might of our energy industry or begging our adversaries to produce our most precious resource for us. This election is a fight between a secure border like we had under President Trump's first term and deporting violent criminals who rape and murder women across this country versus giving them a free ride paid for by the taxpayers to the city of their choice with prepaid debit cards and a stay in a luxury hotel. That's what Kamala Harris has done to this country over the last 4 years. That's what will continue to happen. If she's given a promotion, she doesn't deserve that. She deserves to be elected out of office based on her record. And we need President Trump again, who has a strong record of success of bringing peace back to this world, securing the border, and minimizing inflation and gas prices in this country.
Well, I'm looking forward to the debate. It's going to be a good time. The last one ended Joe Biden's career, so I'm really excited to see how President Trump versus Harris goes. It's going to be a lot of fun, I know that. And I mean, it'll most likely be a shit show. I was surprised that CNN was sort of balanced when President Trump debated Old Man Walter. We'll see how this next one goes, because we definitely expected a lot more bias in that first debate than what we actually saw. I think everyone was shocked by Old Man Walter. I think that's what it was. They were shocked. So I'm really interested to see how the Harris one goes. I don't know if she's going to just laugh every time she disagrees with President Trump, because Biden just said nuh-uh over and over again. President Trump would speak, and they'd look at Biden. Biden would go, that's not true. And President Trump would say some other truth, and Biden would go, nuh-uh, that's not what happened. And he wouldn't follow up. There was no rebuttal. He wouldn't say, that's not true, this is what happened. He didn't say that because what President Trump was saying was true. It was actually true. So I'm waiting to see how Harris handles all of this. She's not very good at answering questions. She's not very good at anything, from what I can tell. I don't know if she's going to be able to giggle her way through a debate, but we'll know next Tuesday, because like I said, we will be covering it live. We will be live on Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, and Kick. I believe we're also going to be on Twitter. I think we'll be okay with that. I'm not really sure, because everyone posted the Olympic stuff on Twitter, and then the very next day, from the opening ceremony of the Olympics went around and did copyright strikes on everybody on Twitter, and Twitter abided by it. So everybody's videos turned into these gray screens because they were being pulled down for copyright and stuff. And like I said, it's weird when things go on cable TV. The copyright means more or something, which that's not legally how it works, but that's how these platforms treat it. And so anything that goes on cable TV seems to be a big no-no to show it on the live. But we were able to show the first debate on Kick. We intended on showing it on Rumble, but Rumble was hit with a DDoS attack. So hopefully that doesn't happen on Tuesday, but either way, we will be covering it. So hopefully you guys will be here with us, watching it, laughing. We'll come up with drinking rules and all of that stuff, make it festive. You don't have to drink alcohol. You can drink whatever you want. Just participate with us, because it's a lot of fun. So either way, look forward to that. We will be covering the debate on Tuesday. Next up, we got Carrie Lake. It's titled, Democrats Have the Power to Push False Stories. They also bring up a point. What if the debate was on X or on Joe Rogan or something like that, not on legacy platforms like MSNBC, CNN, ABC, places like that? They were like, why don't they go to free speech places and hold the debate? More people would watch. and whatnot. So they're talking about that stuff too. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, and I will let you guys know we have 2 funny videos of the day that I was able to find while doing the live. First one's titled Spider-Man's enemies are more gay than I remember, and the official funny video of the day is titled Giggling Island. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick, and we got one more news video coming up before we get into the fun stuff. Sam, happy freedom to you, Sam. Did y'all see Danny Mullins trolling the Dems at the DNC? Funny as fuck. I think I did. I don't know who Danny Mullins is, but I did see a lot of people there trolling the DNC. Zero, James O'Keefe was there too. See, I didn't realize O'Keefe was there. That's cool. Did you guys know that Laura Loomer's only 31? I keep seeing this thing everywhere, this like meme going around where people are comparing Laura Loomer to Harris, like as far as their appearance versus their age. And Laura Loomer actually responded to one of these posts earlier today, or I saw it today. I don't know when she responded to it. But she posted an actual picture of her face and was saying that the image that's going around, the meme or whatever, that it's been Photoshopped. Her face doesn't look like that. Now, the difference was very subtle, so if it was Photoshopped, it wasn't by much. The shocking part was that she's 4 years younger than I am, but she looks 15 years older than I am. And I don't know what's going on around here. Things are freaking me out. I was showing you guys the age difference thing. Ooh, I just remembered another video on Twitter. Anyways, I was expressing to you guys, and I even showed a video about how the youngins are looking older than I do. I showed that guy, I can't remember his name right now, Daddy Fitness or something like that. But I played the video and was like, how old do you think he is? And everybody said between 25 and 45. The guy's 22. He's 22. But he looks older than I do. And a lot of these young people look that way. I didn't know Laura Loomer was one of them, though. I didn't know that she was 31. I seriously thought she was like 43-ish or something like that. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. By the time I'm 70, I'll look the same age as like 30-year-olds, I'm thinking. I don't know. It's crazy sauce. Anyways, I just reminded myself with that whole little rant I just went on, or whatever you want to call it. I was telling you guys that there is girls pretending to be boys that pretend to be girls to help them sell their adult content. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you about this. It was either yesterday or the day before. I found a video on it. And so we're going to just watch that right now just for shits and giggles because I just remembered. This is how my brain works. Anyways, I'm just going to play this. You guys will know. I was talking about it in great detail yesterday. So you'll know what I'm talking about. This is some other kind of shit. Let's get into it.
So let me get this straight. Transgender activists are pissed off at a bunch of women for pretending to be men, pretending to be women. Let that sink in. What you have here are a group of men who are tired and offended by the fact that women are pretending to be men, pretending to be women. I mean, let that sink in. How insane is that? This is literally clown world material, and this is the world that we live in. We're supposed to pander to men who are delusional enough to think that they are women, and somehow if women pretend to be men, pretending to be women, that is supposed to offend us because they're offended? Give me a fucking break. Think about it for a moment. What is next on the agenda? Are they going to be offended by dogs pretending to be humans by wearing human clothes? Because that seems to be the case. That seems to be the trajectory we're heading down, where furries are upset at animals wearing clothing. This is the result of pandering to too much left-wing nonsense, and it needs to stop.
So like I said, I was telling you guys either yesterday or the day before that in the adult content world, trans content is doing well. Now, I don't know if that's something to believe or not, because who the fuck cares what goes on with adult content? I sure as fuck don't. But in that world, supposedly, trans content is popular. It's doing well. So women who are competing in a large ocean of other women being naked online, they decide to shove bananas down their pants and start pretending to be shapeshifters, hoping that their adult content will catch on fire and do really well. But instead, they pissed off all the smelly shapeshifters, and now they're getting canceled because they're pretend trans adult content. It's just, the world we're living in today, you know, it is something else. I never thought that we would have problems like that. I thought I mean, when does it stop? When does it stop? This is the gayest trans shapeshifter movement I've ever heard of. It's inception, but gayer. Anyways, that was just more winging it as we do around here, just adding videos to the schedule in live real time. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get into this Kari Lake stuff here.
So you know...
Oh, actually, hold on a second. Yeah, this is where we are. So we'll pull this up, but we still need to read through the chat and all of that. But this next one coming up is a Kari Lake video. It's titled "Democrats Have the Power to Push False Stories." But they also mentioned, what if the debate was on X or like Joe Rogan? What if it was on, they refer to it as a legacy program. What if it was not on traditional platforms like the debate normally is? What if it was on free speech platforms where they could actually say what they're talking and there isn't anybody there to stop them or censor them or hand Heine Harris some notes or any goofy shit like that? Either way, that's what's coming up next. So first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about all of that stuff that we just got done covering. Here, Juicer, my coworker. My girlfriend has a twin. Well, how do you tell them apart? Well, Jill always paints her nails, and Bobby has a cock. Well, that's an easy way to tell them apart. Here, Juicer, my goodness. Tin Man Leo's about to speak at the press briefing. What? Let me see this nonsense. Where's the White House shit? It says there's no press briefing. Hold on. That's why I always tell you guys these White House schedules, they're trash. Let me see here. I don't know what you're watching. You must be watching something else. There ain't no press briefing going on right now. Tin Man, drop the link and I'll check it out because I don't know what you're talking about. Snooks, you look very handsome today. Well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Guess if I ever find out the girl that I'm with has a wiener, she will be a woman 5 minutes later. I mean, that's the point. That's why they're trying to ploy you into it, because then, you know, then they ain't got to pay for it. Breeze by you, we're living in clown world. Yeah. Mr. Beans, is the debate on ABC or CNN? It is on ABC News. On Newsmax. Everything I'm clicking on is just wrong today. I hate that.
To make sure that we're accurate with it, because this is a murder investigation. As the sheriff mentioned earlier this morning,
I guess this is what you're talking about?
His name is Colt, that's C-O-L-T, Gray. He is a 14-year-old student here at the school, G-R-A-Y. He is a 14-year-old student here at the high school. Again, he has been taken into custody. He will be charged with murder, and he will be tried as an adult and handled as an adult. We're coordinating these charges and obviously this investigation with District Attorney Brad Smith, who is the District Attorney for the Piedmont Judicial Circuit here. Since earlier this morning we talked with you, and since the incident occurred, numerous interviews have been taking place through our investigation with students, faculty, as well as any other witnesses that we could identify. Law enforcement had a very, very swift response to this incident once the incident was determined that there was a concern here. Those resources, whether it was in that response or throughout this investigation to assist, came obviously from the sheriff's office here, from other local law enforcement agencies, state law enforcement agencies, and the federal law enforcement agencies as well. To include, not to be left out, multiple EMS personnel, multiple fire personnel, and agencies. Those agencies responded here as well today, and I am extremely grateful, as I know the sheriff is, for that quick response and the partnerships of working here together with what all has gone on. Currently, from the investigative perspective, we have crime scene agents and other special agents from the GBI, from close to a dozen of our different work units from across the state that have responded here today to work on this investigation, again, collecting evidence, conducting interviews, and so forth. I do want to pass this along, that if anyone has any information that wants to be passed on concerning this investigation, that they can do that anonymously at our tip line at 1-800-597-TIPS or 1-800-597-8477. They can also report this on by downloading the See Something, Send Something app. That can be done by Android or Apple phones, either one. If they need to report any tips concerning this investigation. Let me close out before I turn this over to the sheriff and let you just remind you that this is still a very active investigation. There is still a lot that is very fluid. There's still a lot of interviews to be conducted that will continue on into the night, as well as crime scene work and collecting and gathering evidence. But what is more important for me to mention here to you is my heartfelt sympathy to the parents, the students that were here today. Regardless of where they were in the school, this has got a great impact on them as well as on this community. My thoughts and prayers, along with everybody standing behind me and every law enforcement agency in this state, and many I will tell you around this country, they are in our thoughts and prayers, and we will continue with that. We ask for your patience as we continue through this, and we'll continue to try to give you as many updates with information as we can to keep you informed. But thank you for being here. I'm now going to turn it over to Bexar County Sheriff Judge Smith. Thank you.
Director, would you spell your name, please?
Hosey.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Sheriff Judge Smith of the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. I never imagined that I would be speaking to the media in my career over something that happened today, the pure evil that happened today. I cannot thank the people behind me for the support they give me today, to give this office and give this staff. This hits home for me. I was born and raised here. I went to school in this school system.
Well, I was trying to stick around to see if they would take questions. I don't really want to sit here and listen to sad stories. It is a terrible thing that happened, but there's always sad stories on the screen. Feel bad for those people and whatnot. I do have it pulled here to the side. If it does appear that they're taking questions, I'll put this back on the screen, because that's what I kind of want to hear. Is I want to hear reporters ask questions, and I want them to answer the questions. And so I have this pulled over on my third monitor over here. And if it looks like he's starting to take questions, I'll interrupt whatever we're doing, and we'll go ahead and we'll put them on the screen. But we already know it was a tragedy. We don't need to hear it over and over and over again. So anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick. And then next up, unless he starts taking questions, next up we have the last little bit of our news. It's Carrie Lake. And it is titled, Democrats Have the Power to Push False Stories. They bring up the debate. They also mention what if it was to take place on X or on Joe Rogan, things like that, and how much more exciting it would be if they were on those platforms. Either way, that's coming up next. But we're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about everything we've been covering this last 10 minutes or so. Snooks, it might be 4 dead now. See, I'm starting to lose track of the numbers now. I want to know, how did a 14-year-old get a gun? Because obviously he didn't purchase it. 14-year-olds don't have money. They definitely don't have enough money for guns. Guns are not cheap at all. So how did he get it? Pumpkin, very sad. Yeah, it is sad. Miss Jamie heard it was a 14-year-old student. Yep, that's what they were just saying. So they just switched to another guy. Still not taking questions yet. Somebody else can take their turn telling their version of the story. Pumpkin, I always wonder what the shooter was thinking and caused them to do it. I think about that sometimes too. I think I can see what would lead them to do it, but to be doing it and to continue doing it seems like that would be the sketchiest part. You get mad, you hate your life, the last straws happened, you're going to do bad things, you're just playing the images and the sounds of everything you hate in your head over as loud as you can to fuel the fire of rage. You go to commit this terrible act, and as soon as you start, as soon as you cross that line, what happens then? Because I've been mad and I've gone and been participated in violence and stuff. I've never done anything like these fucking people. But I've been mad and gone after people and stuff, not lethally, but being young, being a teenager, being around gang members and stuff like that. Enough is enough. You go get mad, you do something bad, and as soon as you do, as soon as the moment is done, right? They're picking their teeth up off the cement, everyone's crying and scared. You immediately feel bad. You immediately feel the energy rush out of you. You can't even force yourself to feel the rage anymore. It's just washing out of you because you've dispensed it. Now, in these situations, they're going from classroom to classroom. They're pulling the trigger and then walking down the hall. I don't know how the fuck they're doing that, because it seems like if you were to get that far into it, you pull that trigger for the first time, now the silence is around, then you continue to do it. The only thing I can think of is you got to be on medication, because there's a call and response to it. Something made you feel this way. Your action relieves the energy from you being treated that way. To commit the action and then go commit it again and then go commit it again, that's not normal. That's not regular human behavior. There's a call and response to everything. Everything that goes up must come down. That's how everything in life works. So for them to continue the act after the first release has happened, I don't know. I don't know how somebody could do that. I was the maddest kid I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a person as mad as I was when I was a teenager. Never ever did I want to do something like that, though. Never. And to cover these events so many times is there's something going on. There's something going on. It's either the medicine they have these kids under. It could be psyops. I'm trying to think of how to word these things, because apparently you can get in trouble for not wording these kind of situations correctly. Ask Alex Jones. So either way, there's something going on. This is not natural human behavior, and I know how they twist these stories and they turn it all into a gun ban opportunity and stuff like that, but something weird's going on. This is just, it doesn't make sense, the way that it all happens. So either way, reading through the chat a little bit more, I am keeping my eye on this. Actually, they might be taking questions right now. I do see them kind of looking back and forth, so hold on.
The student that we're looking into every aspect of that individual, his connection here at the school. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, he was a student here. So as part of our investigation, we're looking into all aspects, current and prior, involving that individual.
Can you tell us how many rounds were fired? He is a student. Can you tell us how many rounds were fired?
Do what?
The shooter is a student, yes.
When can we expect the
We do not know how many rounds.
Director, has that shooter had any past history with law enforcement?
For now, this is the information that we have. It is an active investigation. I assure you we do plan to come back out here in a couple of hours. Please make sure you're following the GBIX page. That's where we're going to be putting the updates. If there's anything that's new, we'll make sure that we share that information. It's still very early. Investigators have a lot of work to do. We appreciate your patience. Do expect another in-person news conference out here in the next few hours.
That's the shooter's name right there on the screen. Colt Gray. I bet you by tomorrow his accounts won't exist on social media anymore. That's how these things happen, is somebody gets a lot of attention and the social media will immediately remove the account. That way the news can tell you what's on his Facebook. The news can tell you the kind of person he was. But I bet if you went right now, you could probably catch some stuff before they wipe it. I would search all of the internet. I mean, I would Google his name and try and find anything possible just to understand what's going on before the media twists it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's no good. What's going on is no good. Either way, we're going to read through a little bit more, and we got this Kerry Lake video coming up. And then we got funny videos coming up after that. Guess I'm obviously not a white conservative with an AR-15. They released that shit immediately. Yeah, I'm thinking that's not fitting the bill this round. Zero, they'll say he was bullied. Almost guarantee it. Oh, yeah. Yep. I wonder if it's going to sound like the Thomas whatever, the shooter that took shots at President Trump. There's no information. He's just bullied. Didn't have friends. That's it. That's it. Didn't have friends and he was bullied. Yeah, well, you and everybody else in America. Guess when we started embracing mental illness and not addressing it, the problem started. LGBT. Yep. You're right. You're right. Enabling these people who obviously have stuff going on is what led us down this path. Snooks, how did a 14-year-old shoot that many people in a short time? Well, injuries. So like I was saying about weed yesterday, when the police arrest houses that got weed plants in them, they weigh the bucket, dirt, and everything. And then they tell the news, oh, we got 200 pounds of weed, when really it's 2 plants and a lot of dirt. And so injuries doesn't necessarily mean bullet wounds. Like, say somebody shot into a group of people, right? And the group of people flee. And in that process, 3 people get trampled. Well, you have anybody who was potentially shot plus 3 injuries. The injuries weren't even caused by the shooter. They caused because of the shooting itself. So 30 people injured right now doesn't necessarily mean that it's 30 people shot. Like I said, it's all semantics when it comes to police. When it comes to police, court documents, anything like that, it's semantics. Your words matter more than anything that happened. I've been to court a lot. I've been in a courtroom probably 15 or 16 times where I've had to fight for my freedom and things like that. It is all semantics. The justice system is about words. And so 30 injured doesn't necessarily mean 30 shot. It just means 30 people were injured in the process of the shooting happening. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say how any of this went. Guess so at 260 pounds, if they find a joint on me, it becomes a federal offense by including my weight. If you were a pot plant, yes. If you were a pot plant and you had a joint on you, it'd be 260 pounds worth of weed they just confiscated. That's exactly how they do it. Zero finding on Facebook that it's trans. Imagine that. Imagine that. Miss Jamie, yeah, verbal gymnastics. You're totally right. Alistair, yeah, even I fell down and got a boo-boo in the bathroom because the shot on the other side of the school scared me. Yeah, you'd still be considered part of the injured. Matthew, legalized words. Yeah. Geo, most injured while fleeing. That's what I assume too. People running away from the gunfire and becoming injured in the process. Falling down. And you know how the schools are. They got them hard cement floors and block walls. You're fighting other people. You're probably falling over desks and getting through doorways and stuff. Lots of opportunity to become injured, right? That's why they tell you no running in the hallways, because chances are you're going to get hurt. So, yeah, I imagine that's how it happened. Hey, thank you for being here, Kung Fu. Don't work too hard out there. Gio can't find shit on him. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom. Betsy, are we starting to think that giving kids mood and life altering hormones and SSRIs have anything to do with this? Betsy, yeah. This seems to be a common denominator. Mental pills and shapeshifter tendencies. What's up, positive vibes? Happy freedom. Shannon, so tired of this crap. Stop hurting the children. Too many things to be mad about. Just add more to the list. Yeah, Shannon. That's how it goes. I try not to get mad about things because there's not a lot of things that we can do about it. You know, when stuff's going on, most of the shit that we cover, we can't actually do anything about it. And that's frustrating, but I try not to get mad about it because it's easier to plan when you extract your emotions out of it. And you just think, if this was to happen to me or if this was to happen to my family, what would we do? How can we prepare today to deal with that? That's all the thought I put into it. I cover a lot of news. I mean, you guys only get a third of the news that I cover or that I absorb because I have to find things that are worth talking about. But I still have to go through all the content that I decide is not worth talking about. That weighs down on me, right? And so I've had to learn that this is like reading instructions on a paper. Don't dwell on how the words were put together. Don't dwell on all the changes that could be made grammatically. Just understand what it's trying to tell you and keep that logged in for future endeavors, right? That's how this goes. You see what's happening, you see how they respond to the events that happened, and then you prepare accordingly. Okay, we can expect more of this, we can expect it to be handled this way, and now we can prepare for their downfalls, the slack in the rope, the spots that they don't cover, right? We can prepare for that, and then we can just log it in the back of our noggin and focus on trying to be happy. If the bullshit's happening over there, then we're going to go over here. We know what's happening over there. We're just not going to hang out there because there's no reason to be a miserable fuck when we can't do anything to change what's happening over here. So we'll stay over here. We'll continue to be happy, learn to grow, build, stay structured, stay whole and happy while watching the shit burn over here. And that's kind of what we're doing is gathering information, recognizing it for what it is, storing it in the noggin, and then keep rolling and bettering ourselves and continuing to be happy. It's easier to fall in the trap if you don't know where the trap is. We know where it is, and we're staying the fuck away from it because we're not falling into the bullshit. And that's it. Don't let the weight of the world weigh you down. There's always bad news to cover. Don't absorb it. Don't let it affect you in this way, because I mean, if you're at the school, that's one thing. If your kid's at the school, that's one thing. But just to acknowledge it, like I'm in Michigan, I'm hours and hours away from where this happened. I could get mad and I could, ruin my whole day over it. But the reality is how is this being handled? How did it happen? Who was involved? What does it look like? You know what I mean? Like, analyze it from a distance. Don't feel it so much, and that's just my opinion and how I handle things. It will desensitize you. It will turn you into a machine. You'll be a robot. You'll see bad things and be like, oh, and you'll just look at it like ones and zeros. You won't emotionally be attached to it. But then again, you'll have big things that happen like a stolen election where you can't help but feel something because it's actually affecting you, So just putting that out there because I do get a lot of emails, people saying, I wish we didn't cover so much bad news because I always feel burned out at the end of the show. I don't, and I'm the one covering all of it. It's how you handle it. It's how you handle it. There will always be bad news. Make the right choices. Be prepared. Be smart. Know your rights. And when you see these things happen, you instead of being mad, you're like, I'm glad I'm prepared for this. I knew this was going to happen. I'm seeing it happen again. I know they ain't going to do due diligence by it. I'm prepared if this was to ever happen here. And you have confidence. You can just acknowledge the analytics of it and not be so emotionally invested. But that's just my opinion. What's up, Stern? Over here on Twitter. Stern, We cannot give our kids government-approved drugs. Yeah. Well, and that's how we're getting here. Everything the government approves is killing us. 0, no Facebook found for the shooter. It's been scrubbed already. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram are usually the first to go. 10 man. It goes to show all the trans bullshit is killing children. Yeah. Yep. Isn't there like a way to roll back the internet so you can see stuff before it gets wiped? I've heard of people doing this. I don't know how to do it though. It's like a time machine kind of thing. I can't remember. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about, but maybe you can find information on the shooter prior to it being wiped. Pumpkin, pray for them. They all need it. Absolutely. Free Think Text and found a picture of the shooter on Facebook. Interesting. Because we have one person saying there's no info. We have another one saying you just found the picture. Either way. 420, the Wayback Machine. Maybe that is what I'm talking about. I've always heard people who do deep dives and research on the internet referring to this thing that they use to roll back the internet to see archived documents or whatever the fuck, existing sites that are being wiped or the data's been manipulated, and they use this app, or I don't know what it is. They use some program to roll back the internet to be able to see things that were there that have been removed. I've never done it myself, that's why I don't know a lot about it, but a lot of people I follow on social media, because they do a lot of studying and deep diving and stuff, and that way I can be informed on what's going on around us. A lot of them use this software, whatever it is. I don't know if it's a website or an app or what it is, but yeah. 10 man, the trans experiment is a big failure. Hair juicer, the Wayback Machine, that must be what it is. But either way, let's get into this. This is Kari Lake video, and it's titled, Kari Lake, Democrats have the power to push false stories.
So you know the news is fake. I know the news is fake, and we do a fair amount of complaining about it. I do, but maybe they just shouldn't be engaged. Jordan Peterson, you know that guy, the great thinker, psychologist from Canada. He's got his finger on the pulse down here. He was on Mark Halperin's two-way conversation. Take a look at something he said, please.
Trump could completely bypass CNN, MSNBC. They hate him anyways. They never treat him fairly. It was a big mistake to have the presidential debate on CNN, even though CNN actually did a pretty good job. It should have been done on X or on Rogan. He should bypass the legacy media 100%. And also because young people are on new social media platforms, and so he could speak to young people directly that way.
And he said no one's really watching MSNBC and CNN. I do think they have a cultural impact and they affect others, but what do you make of that? Is that a viable? I think it's intriguing. Just go on the podcast and skip the fake news.
Well, I agree and I disagree. I agree in that I wish he could have done the debate on Joe Rogan. That would have been massive. But these cowardly Democrats won't do it. You know, I'm facing the same situation here in Arizona. I'm going to be debating Ruben Gallego, and they want to do it with these NPR person running the show and doing all the moderating. So if you balk and say, hey, let's do it in a more fair and level playing field, then they will just accuse you of not wanting to do the debate. So we're forced to go into whatever hostile territory they want, which we're okay doing because we have the better ideas and we are not afraid. So I think in that way, when it came to the last debate, I don't think President Trump really had a choice because they would have probably skipped the debate altogether. But the podcasts are a great way to reach people. And you're right, Greg, the mainstream legacy media is dying. We're watching a slow, painful death in front of our very eyes. But where they have power is maybe no one's watching their show, but it becomes they'll take the story, they'll turn it into a tweet, and then that tweet gets shared around the internet, or MSN News or Yahoo News or Apple News picks it up and it's in everybody's morning mailbox. So that's where they end up having a little bit more power than their ratings are reflective of.
Hey, so Kamala Harris, it looks like maybe even the media is getting bored and kind of waking up. No bounce from the DNC convention. It looks like she might be entering turbulent waters. And take a look, though, at this new campaign slogan they have, CO8, if you don't mind. A new way forward. That's their campaign slogan. A new way forward. To me, that sounds like, I don't know, they got it out of, remember Cracker Jack? It just seems like the most generic thing ever. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, if the new way forward is the direction they've already been sending us in, that's directly right over the edge of a cliff. I'm not interested. I think their new way forward, in their opinion, is getting rid of the Constitution and moving towards socialism and eventually communism, like we're seeing in places like Brazil. And I don't believe the American people want that way forward. I think that's actually a way backwards. So we're ready to make America great again. I'm sure she's ready and eyeing to steal that logo as well. But we know that President Trump and the America First movement is going to make us all more prosperous. It's going to make our country safer. It's going to secure our border, make sure our kiddos get a better education. We're done with trying with the Democrats. They have, as I've said, driven us into a ditch, and it's going to take the America First movement to jump in, take the driver's seat, and get us out.
Yes. The debate would be fantastic with like Joe Rogan or even being on X. It would be fantastic. But of course, we're not going to see that happening. Like Carrie Lake was saying, you know, they got to go where the blue team wants to go, because otherwise they won't participate. Either way, I'm sitting here going through information about the shooter. I don't know how accurate any of this stuff is. We got two different images. We got this image, and apparently this image is circulating, but nobody knows if this is actually the shooter or not, is what I'm gathering. But this is the image that's circulating. And then this image. And so I don't know if that's an actual image from the shooting itself or what, because there's not a lot of context. But either way, these are the things I'm finding in Discord while hooligans are doing what they do, lots of research and whatnot. With that being said, you guys should probably go join Discord, join jeffmaclive.com and all of that. I'll grab this Linktree link to all of you guys so you can do that. I mean, normally I do this later on, but I figure it's relevant right now. So I'm dropping the Linktree link to all of you guys where all of my links are listed. Like I'm saying, if you want to join Discord and all that and participate with everybody doing the research right now on the shooter, you can go ahead and do so. That's kind of the point of our communities, is so we can all stay in the know. So definitely go join Discord or join jeffmaclive.com, either or. And that way you can stay in the loop. Plus you'll also be notified every single time we go live, instead of waiting for notifications from these platforms that don't go out until we've already been live for 2 hours or 3 hours, or sometimes they'll notify you for a live that we did 5 days ago. So instead of dealing with that bullshit, you can go ahead and join Discord or jeffmaclive.com, and that way you'll be notified every single time we go live directly from me. It's the way to do it. Either way, we're going to read through the chat about Carrie Lake as well as those new details about the active shooter situation that happened at the high school in Georgia. But that is the last little bit of our news for the day. So I'll go ahead and give you this last reminder, even though I kind of just did it. If you would like to support the live to keep us running, you are welcome to use that Linktree link in order to send donations. And you can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. We're going to get into our funny videos coming up next. We have 2 of them. The first one is titled Spider-Man's Enemies Are a Little Bit More Gay Than I Remember. And the second one is titled Giggling Island. Both of those are coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about all of that stuff. Oh, and then also spotted this right here, the Gray Colt. And it says, we curate unique and luxurious dresses, separates jackets, sweaters, shoes, and accessories that will make you feel beautiful, bold, and confident like nothing. Apparently that's from the shooter. Like I said, details coming in. Guess that image of the kid's not the right one. Not surprised. Guess any updates on the weapon used? I haven't seen anything about that. Oh, guess you found that that thing we just had on the screen from browsing start page. I see. Trying to think. Oh, I don't really know how to talk about this, but I feel the need to do so. If you guys are on Locals and you have a membership over there, I can't cancel it for you. I have somebody that's currently trying to dispute charges from Locals. I don't own Locals. I didn't make Locals. Locals is owned and ran by Rumble. And so somebody is got an account, they made a membership, and instead of canceling their membership, they're disputing my account. And so now my Stripe account has got all these red flags from somebody disputing charges instead of just going and canceling their fucking account. I can't cancel your account for you. I can't hold your hand through this. And I appreciate everyone that has a membership because you guys are the ones keeping the lights on around here. But I can't do anything to cancel your membership for you. And so I don't know who it is that's doing this shit, but I got all these disputes right now. And whoever you are, you need to go cancel your membership yourself. I can't do it for you. And so I don't know. That's a frustrating thing I'm dealing with right now. Anyways. You are responsible for your own account. That's the point of my message. If it happens on the website, I can help you out. I have control over shit. Anywhere else, though, I don't have that kind of control. I'm just a guy. I'm just using the system like you are. And so I can't do anything to your guys' pages. Anyways. True crazy. I saw a MAGA hat, just saying. Oh damn, shooter had a MAGA hat. You know they're gonna be saying that stuff. True crazy. They make pump action AR-15s now? I mean, not that I know of. Jeb, I get the YouTube notifications early and come directly here. Sometimes people don't get YouTube notifications. Rumble is consistently at the 2-hour mark. 2 hours and 5 minutes, that notification comes through. It's late. It's late as fuck, but it's also on time. It's punctually late. For 20, what? All the notifications go out hours into the stream? Yeah. You got to join Discord or the website. Wayward, about 10 pictures of the shooter on X. Thank you for letting me know, Wayward. Zupia, it's called the Wayback Machine. I don't know how to use it either, but that's what it's called. Thank you, Zupia. Jeb, the ladies were asking about your Only Hooligan site. Well, you gotta pay a little extra for that. Alistair, I get the notification from the website right away. It's badass. And I appreciate you, Alistair. Friedrich Texan, what is Locals? Locals is the social media. It's the social media account that's owned by Rumble. I wish they would do something with it because I don't like the way that Locals is. I don't know if anybody does. I post in Locals and nobody seems to engage with my posts, but lots of people still have memberships. And so I'm grateful for them. But Locals needs some work. It's social media that's owned by Rumble, but it seems like nobody uses it and nobody, I mean, I've never heard anybody brag about being on Locals or anything like that. But hopefully Rumble will do something with Locals to make it a little bit more likable. But before we realize that if you want to join the membership program on Rumble, you have to click the big red subscribe button. Before we found that out, which is the cause of why we have that reminder, is because everyone was clicking the join button to try and join the membership program on Rumble. Clicking that join button makes you join the membership program on Locals, not on Rumble. So if you're a member on Locals, you are supporting the live, but you don't have access to the custom emojis, and you're not being validated in the chat as a member because you're a member on Locals, not on Rumble. And so there's a lot of confusion with the stuff, and that's why the reminder that I do every day about joining Rumble, that's why it sounds that way, is because of the damn join button that takes people to Locals. So a lot of hooligans joined Locals thinking they were joining Rumble, and here we are, you know, dealing with stuff and whatnot. 420, I tried using Locals for a bit, but it just looks like a weird messaging board from the 90s. Yeah. And it's hard to use. Like I said, I got this dispute yesterday, and I was trying to deal with it, and it's a nightmare to use the platform. I'm like trying to find the person's account and see, do they have an active membership? Because part of the dispute is they're claiming they deactivated their account, and they're blaming me for continuing to charge them. One, I don't have control. And two, they did not cancel their account. I found it, and they're actively subscribed. So the dispute, chances are they're not getting a refund. That's what I'm trying to say. Chances are they're not getting a refund because they're still subscribed. And whatever's whatever. Now, again, I'm not bitching about people subscribed. I really appreciate everyone that has a membership. I literally could not do this without all of you guys. I appreciate you more than I can put into words. But it is very frustrating to have somebody come in after me who is subscribed and has the power to unsubscribe, and instead they want me to do something about it. I can't flush your toilet for you. It's up to you. You know, and that's the hard thing I'm in right now. It's a stupid situation, but I just feel the need to say something about it. Lee Guitar Man, you ever consider that it purposeful? You mean like somebody's doing it to me purposely? I don't think that that's what's happening in this situation. Because, well, I don't want to give away too much personal info. It's not personal information. I don't want to disclose their records or anything like that, but I don't have evidence suggesting that this was done maliciously. I have had people do that. Somebody donated $60 on Rumble and then turned around and disputed the charges, and so Rumble kicked a payment out to refund that person, but on my end it looks like a payment that was missed. And so I had this whole fiasco dealing with Rumble to try and figure out, where's this $60 you owe me? They're like, we don't owe you. We had to refund somebody who made a donation and then redacted it. They wanted their donation back. And that was very hard to explain to my tax guy because on my paperwork, it looked like a payment of $60. It was. It just wasn't coming to me. It was going to whoever made the donation. Yeah, the good and bad of everything, you know. Cheeky Chops, the shooter had a cooter. It was man-made, though. It was man-made, though. Oh, Snooks, I see what you're saying. Lee Guitarman, I guess you're responding to something different. The Great. Locals is used by LWC Network for Mug Clubbers to watch extended episodes. When you subscribe to Mug Club, you must watch it on Locals. So that's great and all that you're promoting Crowder in my chat, as much as I don't like that. But I think you have that backwards. Mug Club does not own Locals. Locals is it was in existence prior to Mug Club changing whatever they had going on. They did a bunch of publicity saying they were going to have a new membership program for Mug Club. Really, they just joined Locals. That's all they did. I created an actual membership program. I created an actual community. I created an actual place to go view all this stuff. They just joined Locals and raised a bunch of hype and tricked all their viewers into thinking they were doing something great. They just joined another platform. That's all they did. It's just there was so much grifting around it that it seems and sounded like they were doing something special, but they really just joined a new social media group. However, it's not that great. Locals is not that great. It needs work. It just needs work. There's nothing, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it specifically. It just needs work. It needs a little help. And that's it. Anyways. Hair juicer, fuck Locals. We're mouthy over on the website. Don't come into the website if you're soft. Don't do that. We say the fuck word over there. Anyways, getting into our funny videos of the day. This first one is something. It is something. And I'm so proud of myself for being able to pull these together because I'm doing the live and watching videos on my phone and then accessing the computers to get them on the schedule there. And we did it. We did it. So this first one is pretty funny. It might be a little bit too much for some of you, but it is funny nonetheless. This first one's titled, Spider-Man's enemies are more gay than I remember.
Arms are controlled by my brain through a neural link, allowing me to use these arms to jack off up to 4 of my homies without me actually being gay.
Doctor, if you're the one who's controlling arms as you suggest, wouldn't touching your homies make you gay?
How right you are. which is why I developed this no-homo chip to protect my higher brain function. It means no matter how many PP I touch, I will never be gay. In my head, something talking. No-homo chip. Suck dick? No, I'm not gay. That's right. The real crime would be not to finish off my homies.
See, I be telling you guys, I don't watch Marvel. I don't mess with that stuff, okay? I haven't seen it in a long time, and I think Spider-Man's enemies are a little bit more gay than I remember. So we're going to get right into our official funny video of the day. This is titled Giggling Island. And it's all the good stuff. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. Don't forget, for the last time, hit that like button over on Rumble. Maybe we'll hit 100 likes. Let's
Giggling time.
Very nice. Giggling Island. Well, we should just leave them stranded there because we're doing better without them. Either way, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. It has been quite the day. So I'm going to go ahead and do this all over again. I will send you guys this Linktree link once again. If you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Like I said, it is the best way to be notified every single time we go live. We also have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. I think that's it. I can't remember. I'm doing too many things at once. But either way, definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links right there in the chat while you're watching the live. We have Hooligans Alley, which is our built-in social media area on the website. It's kind of like Facebook or Twitter, but there's no crying liberals. There's no crazy community guidelines. There's no fact checkers to stick blue notes under your posts. There's none of that dumb shit. It's just the way social media is supposed to be. We also have forums to encourage open discussion. And then we have an advanced messaging system that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. We even got an arcade over there. We got all kinds of stuff happening over on jeffmaclive.com. So definitely go join the website. It is the home of the hooligans. I'm going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans thought about today's coffee. And then we will be doing the Pledge of Allegiance and wrapping things up. But we'll be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. And I'm pretty sure we got Trump tomorrow, so we'll be covering that as well. Happy Freedom here, Juicer. I appreciate you being with us. Happy Freedom, Salty Ragu. Thank you for joining us. Now, Salty Ragu, there was a school shooting. It's a big deal. Everyone's all upset about it. Russell, I don't touch anyone's pee-pee but my own. I'm saying. I've never even seen another pee-pee, and I don't want to. As far as I know, I'm the only one that's got one. I'm going to keep it that way. Just saying. Tom no homo. I know, he's got that no homo chip. It was all good till it wasn't. Breeze by you. Some people are assholes. Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm an asshole. You're an asshole, an asshole. Mm-hmm. Salrigu, show me the boobies. I've been screaming that my whole life. Thank you, Snooks. I figured you would. I appreciate you. Jump Offa, my Trump fight mug arrived today. Love it. Thanks. That's so awesome, Jump Offa. I don't know if you're in Discord or anything like that. I'd like to see a picture of it. If you guys would take pictures with the merch and stuff, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to, but I would greatly appreciate it. I love seeing all of you hooligans enjoying the merch and all that, and I have to purchase it from the store just like you guys do too. And so I get excited seeing you guys post your stuff because, one, it's very heartwarming to see you guys rocking the merch and showing your hooligan pride, which is not the same thing as gay pride, so don't give me the lecture on it. I don't want to hear it. But it also gives me incentive to get stuff. If what you guys have looks good and whatnot, I want it too. And a lot of times I purchase this stuff first. I've just been broke lately because I've been investing in the website. But I'm about to make a mass purchase. I'm about to get a bunch of hoodies and t-shirts and stuff like that. I might even buy some hats because we got hats and stuff too. But I love it when you guys post pictures and all of that. In Discord, we have an area that posts when people are purchasing merch, but we don't really have a tab for people to post selfies with merch, so maybe I'll make one right after the live. And same thing on the website, just so you guys have a provided area. We had one on Gilded. I couldn't think of what it was called. I had to erase it from my mind. Gilded, we had a spot for that, and it was awesome. And everybody always loved seeing hooligans posting with, you know, their shirts, their coffee mugs, their dog tags, whatever it may be. It's really awesome. So if you guys would like to participate in that, definitely go into Discord or on jeffmaclive.com and post your selfies and all of that, because I would love to see it. Miss Jamie, I'm wearing my merch in the profile picture. Yep, you're awesome, Miss Jamie. Screaming Eagle, in prison, we all wore boxers when we showered. Yeah, when I was in jail, I always wore flip-flops and all that. David, you didn't have to shower in PE? I didn't participate in PE. I was too rough. If we played basketball, people got injured. We played touch football, I touched too hard. I was exempt from PE because everyone always got hurt. I'm too competitive. And it's so bad that I had to stop being in sports because I get too into it. And now I'm an old man. You know, now I'm an old man, but no, never had to do the locker room stuff. I didn't go shower with other dudes. I was in football, and we'd get out of the games, and I would just go straight home. But the dudes, they would strip naked and be grab-assing and smacking each other's booties, running into the shower, frolicking. There's like French cigarettes, and walking around like French cigarettes. And I would tell them that, and they didn't like that. And so I was considered not a team player on the football team because I stood on my own, and I wasn't a French cigarette like the rest of them. And so, no, never seen another wiener ever before in my life. Don't want to. 420, you're an asshole, Mr. Grinch. I know. And I am Mr. Grinch in the winter time too. I try to be festive though, but I'm a Grinch. A Scrooge, if you will. Sure, crazy. Was it me? No, it wasn't you. There's somebody that is putting more effort into blaming me for their account still running than them actually logging in and canceling their membership. Rip Curl, did you not show enough skin or use the toy right on your locals? I know locals sounds explicit. It's not. Jump Off, it took over a month to get here, but it was worth the wait. Yeah, Jump Off, I don't know what was going on. There was a lot of hooligans waiting on t-shirts too. We came out with the Trump fight t-shirts. After like 2 weeks, people were like, hey, what's going on with my order? But it's just like locals. I don't work there. I don't have control over that stuff. And sometimes the merch store does take a while for things to be sent out. It just depends. It has something to do with stock. Because when I put the merch together, I choose the materials. I want stuff to come from America. I don't want Chinese materials being sent to us for those prices. On top of that, the merch store, I only make $1 or $2 profit from anything in the merch store. And in women's clothing is so expensive that I only make 50 cents profit. I saw someone posting, hey, where's the 50% off discount on merch? You will never see that. And that's not my fault. That's because they charge so much that I have the prices near bare minimum. I do not financially benefit from merch hardly at all. It's more about us having our own stuff and to rock merch and to be proud of it and to feel cool wearing it. That's what it's about. It's not about money. Because I don't make money off merch. Not shit. I make near nothing off of that. So that's why we don't have deals on merch stores. Because it's already at the lowest price possible. I can't bring the prices down anymore. Hey, thanks for being here, Jeb. Be safe out there. The Marquise, now we need a hooligan island. Yeah, we do. Gotta get some island money first. Paul, I wear my hoodie all the time. You're a badass. Tommy Two Guns. Spider-Man. Yep, that's what they were doing. Out there doing the thing. Matt, Screaming Go t-shirt. My profile pics. Yep, you're a badass, Matt. Appreciate you. Yeah, Alistair. They had one job, and they take 1,000,000 years to send it. Russell Silk Boxer Briefs. I'm working on it. They want you guys to pay $50 for a pair of boxers. It's too much. It's too much. You should see the ladies' unders. It looks like a fucking napkin. They want $45 for that. I'm like, what? Why? 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 Why is unders $45? Tell you what, you free ball it and I'll sign your ass cheeks. How about that? That's what we're going to have to do for unders. I just don't know that I'm going to be able to make hooligan unders. I've been trying for 4 years. And I see you just pull the cheekers out and I'll just sign the ass cheek. You can get it tattooed. And then you could tell everyone, hey, I got official Jeff Mack unders. And they're going to be like, nuh-uh. And then you just pull out the tattoo. Show them. Mm-hmm. Sign my birthday suit. I'm fucking stupid. My goodness. Snooks, please buy tanks. I will be buying tanks. For sure. Alright, hooligans. It's that time once again. Seppa, my guess is they lost their password to their account. It could be, but in the dispute, they have a comment box. And in the comment box, it says, I have canceled my account and you're still charging me. That is absolutely not what's happening. They never canceled their account on Locals, therefore Locals is continuing to charge them. It has nothing to do with me. But they're out there telling people I'm a bad person and all that, so you know, whatever's whatever. I'm telling you guys so you don't fall under the same shit. I'm not trying to shit on the person that's having a technical issue. That's what I assume is going on. That they're having a technical issue. They don't know how to cancel their account, so they're just trying to dispute the charges. I assume that's what it is. I'm not trying to shit on them. I'm just raising awareness. So if you end up in a position where you're trying to deal with stuff on Locals, I will help you as much as I can, but I only have so much control. You'd be much better off coming to jeffmaclive.com where I can control everything and we can be happy and whole without being interfered by the outside world. Either way, let's get into this. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Did the thing. We are good to go. Let's get these beats on. All right, hooligans. Like I said, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today, but we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for Coffee with Hooligans, and we have President Trump, so definitely look forward to that. We're going to read through the chat one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind, but we are wrapping this up. Also, if you like hanging out and chatting it up like we were just doing there a couple minutes ago, that's basically what our voice chat is we're all hanging out, thinking up shit together, researching things, laughing, and all of that. So like I said, get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. That way you can join us on Fridays for our voice chat at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's a lot of fun. Happy Freedom, Josh D. Yeah, did the thing. You're a badass. Thank you, Breeze by You. I hope you have a good day as well. Matt, Hooligan H tattoo on the cheeker. Yep. That's the only one I ain't seen yet. Trying to think. Edward's got his on the top of his arm. Hair Juicer's got his on the bottom of his arm. I'm trying to figure out where I want mine. I thought I wanted it on the back of this hand, but I think I want it like on my neck. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alistair, just going to have to invest in a garment printer, and we'll keep all the hooligan merch in-house. That's what I want to do ultimately, Alistair. I know a lot about screen printing and all of that. I originally wanted to go that route years ago before I went to college for music and all of that. I would love to do the merch in-house. I just can't do it by myself. That's the thing. I'm already maxed out. I can't add anything else to the workload. But that's what I want, ultimately. Unfortunately, we would have to pay for stock. So any shirts we have, ink, any of that kind of stuff, every year would be paying tax on that stock, which is annoying. But at least we would have control over merch. Thank you, Miss Jamie. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, MU. Thank you, David. Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you being here with us. Hey, thank you, 420. You be safe as well out there. Those crazies, they're out there. Thank you, Zeus Boot. Appreciate you. Contempt, why is the flag upside down? The flag was, I'm trying to think, there was a day where we turned the flag upside down, but then, I think it was the day that President Trump was shot, was the day we made the flag upside down. I can't remember. Either we did it that day or we did it for another reason right before then. It's one or the other, but that's why, is because our country's it's not doing well. Things aren't going well around here. Mitchell, yeah, America's in distress. That's what I was trying to think. In distress. It's weird. You know what? I'm just letting it go. It's weird how many people get upset about the flag being upside down. I don't know. Somebody just said the other day they won't pledge allegiance to a upside down flag. Okay, well, you'll be with the rest of the country not doing the Pledge of Allegiance, I guess. I don't know. Either way. Snooks. When are you going to get Snooks tatted on your ass? Well, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, we'll go ahead and get that done. Either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. And then we also have President Trump tomorrow, so definitely look forward to that. I think that's everything. I feel like there's something else I'm supposed to be saying, but I don't know what that could be. Either way, have a fantastic day, you hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.
Jeff.